I like it, Picasso.
See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me. And no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go.
She a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head. Cutie the bomb, met her at a beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under her underarm. She said, "It's time to shine away. It's time to shine away." But I'm looking for the one. How you seen her? My psychic told me she had the Essex Serena, Trina, Gina for Lopez, 4 kids, and I gotta take all they bad ass.
Got no type. Nah. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. You ain't got no life. Nah. Cups with the ice and we do this every night. Hey. I ain't check the price. I got it. I make my own money, so I spend it how I like. I'm just living life. Hey. Hey. And let my mama tell it, nigga, I ain't living right.
Calling up angels. Calling up angels. I'm calling up angels. Calling up angels.
15, there's still time for you. Time to buy and time to lose. 15 is never a wish better than this. When you only got 100 years.
Tell you that friend. It's time you had the touch. Give your reasons.
Only got 100 years to live.
There's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos.
And I'll be anything you ask and more. Going, hey, it's not a miracle we needed. And no, I wouldn't let you think so. Folded, 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 folded. Folded, 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 folded.
And I wish you were here. Even though you're gone, you're still in my mind. Though it's been so long since you said goodbye, but every night I wish you were here. I wish you were here. Ooh, I love you when you do it like that, and when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. So when you say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back.
When the vibes are good, the rest don't matter. Yeah, the pain could kill, the glass will shatter. Yeah, the pain is you and I remain the same.
I wish you were here.
Let the soul gravitate to the love, y'all.
Killing people, dying, children hurt, and you hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach? And would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us. Get some guidance from above. These people got me questioning. Where is the
And I
love?
told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And in the morning I'll be with you, but it'll be a different time. Cause I'll be holding on to you, and I'll be holding on to
Where is the love?
Wrong with the world, mama. People living like they ain't got no mama.
I'm coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. I'm coming.
You can drive all night, looking for the answers in the pouring rain. You want to find peace of mind, looking for the answers.
Cut it. Them bricks is way too high, you need to cut it. Your price is way too high, you need to cut it. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
Y'all shouldn't have let the world gas me. It's too late cause I'm here to stay and these girls know that I'm nasty. I sent it back to her boyfriend with my handprint on her ass cheek. City talking, we taking notes. Tell him all to keep making posts. Wish he could, but he can't get close. OG so proud of me that he choking up while he making toast. I'm the type that you can't control. Said I would, then I made it so.
Closing time, open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time, turn all of the lights on over every boy and every girl.
Fuck you, goodbye, you hurt me for the last time. It's time for me to move on, so fuck you and goodbye. I gave you love and I hate it, yeah, all the time that I wasted. Fuck you, goodbye, you hurt me for the last time.
I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home.
Fuck you, goodbye, you hurt me for the last time.
There's people that are dying.
Let's
she begs to say I want something else to get me through this semi-dark kind of life. Baby, baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say
I know I'm fucked up, I'm just a loser. Shouldn't be with ya. Guess I'm a quitter while you're out there drinking. I'm just a thinking about where I should have been. I've been lonely.
One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old and think of all the stories that we could have told. One day, baby, we'll be old. Oh, baby, we'll be old and think of all the stories that we could have told.
Super lonely.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel
Super lonely.
I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. Now, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
They've been talking about the way I do what I do. They heard I was good, they wanna see if it's true. They know you're the one I wanna give it to. I can see you want me to. Now it's me and you. Now I've been waiting,
I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound?
I don't know shit about fun.
yeah. Ride with the mob, hum through Allah. Check you and me, and do your job. Bird is the name, been baller did the chain. Phone up for the watch, Prezi plain Jane. Lamborghini chain, rest in peace, I'm my superior. Herb man is like a feed a village in Liberia. DMC taking pictures, post at my hysteria. Mama see me all BT and start tearing up. I'm start killing niggas, how you get that truck? I attended Harlem picnics where you risk your life. Uncle used to skim work, selling nicks at night. I was only 8 years old, watching Nick at night. Uncle Psycho was in that bathroom, fucking. Back to his back, oh, daddy don't cut him. Suicidal thoughts brought to me with no advisory. He was bitching, tell me selling beans, now ivory.
24 hours to go. I wanna be sedated. Nothing to do, no way to go. I won't be sedated. Just get me to the airport, put me on a plane. Hurry, 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 before I go insane. I can't control my fingers, I can't control my brain. Oh no, oh, 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 oh.
He was playing games, got you dancing in the middle of the club. Got you dancing in the middle of the club. I know what you chasing, you can only get this feeling from a thug. You can only get this feeling from a thug. Tears falling and it's licking in your cup. All you really want is love. Baby, all you really want is love. Only talk to bosses independent, can't be fucking with a scrub. But I know you can't be fucking with a
you
scrub.
hot for a takeaway.
I wanna be sedated.
Hot for a takeaway.
I don't really care if you cry. I don't really should never lie. Should've saw the way she looked me at my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
Babe, I'm wrong. Should've done better than this. Please, I'll be strong. I'm finding it hard to resist.
No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry.
Save me, I'm lost. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for you.
No woman, no cry.
Show me what I'm looking
phone numbers like clothes. Why you can't answer me? Yeah, cause I got more. Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me?
Living on forgiving, love away, but I want someone love me, I need someone needs me. Cause it don't feel right when it's late at night, it's just me and my dreams. So I want someone love, that's what I fucking want. These days are way too lonely, I'm missing out, I know. These days are way too alone, and I'm not forgiving, love away, but
Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me?
that's what I fucking want.
Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone.
Why you always wanna act like lovers, but you never wanna be each other's? I said don't look back, but I go right back in. All of a sudden I'm hypnotized. You're the one that I can't deny. Every time that I say I'm gonna walk away, you turn me on like a light switch. When you're moving your body around and around, now I don't wanna fight this. You know how to just make me want you to turn me on like a light switch. When you're moving your body around and around, you got me in a tight grip. You know how to just make me want you, baby.
Take a sip of my secret potion. I'll make you fall in love. First love that can't be broken. One drop should be enough. Boy, you've been up to me. I got the recipe and it's all like magic.
Who do you think you are? I am.
There is superstition, writings on the wall. There is superstition, let it rock and fall.
Be about us, be about trust. Got to do with it.
I hate college, but love all the parties. Finishing cakes and crushing bottles of Bacardi. King of the class, I'd rather lay up with a hottie. Single doesn't mean I'm looking for somebody. Some say they drink lace up, but hardly. Popping PK, ski a little bit of Molly. Am I on my mind? Most people say probably, but I've been on my grind, puffing out of that Cali.
Don't be a baby, remember what you told me. Shut up and put your money where your mouth is. That's what you get for waking up in Vegas. Get up and shake the glitter off your clothes now. That's what you get for waking up in Vegas. So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang. Let's go out with a bang.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone feeling today? I'm excited. I'm ready to rock and roll for this day ahead. I hope you guys are as well. Let's get ready to rock. Everyone smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. Get yourself excited on this day. And let's get ready for, again, a brand new 7:30 a.m. press release wave, just setting up the Fox Runner scanners. I hope everyone is ready to go on this Tuesday, ready to make some money, ready to match my energy. Get yourself excited, because what is there not to be excited about today? Guys, it is a fresh start. It is a brand new day. It is a brand new opportunity. We are here to make money. We are already seeing some great plays. Guys, look at CYN at this moment. CYN, beautiful squeeze. CYN, already with some great hype. CYN with some nice action. Triples, orders, year over year. That's a great little spike right there over on CYN. We have, again, PHGE, XTG, GNTA. We're watching. It seems like CYN might be the top dog right now. But we do have, at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, just a little heads on up. At this moment, all eyes are going to be focused at the 7:30 a.m. press release wave. Jumping on the live stream. We're getting ready for the hot press release wave right away. Jumping on the live stream. We're ready to trade and ready to get after it. So once the 7:30 news starts coming on out, let's get ready to go. I'm just sharing the CYN news with everyone, making sure that everyone is all good, ready to get after it for a big day ahead. Obviously, I am jacked on up. I am excited. And I mean, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. We have, again, RDW. A lot of people are excited about RDW today. CYN. Don't worry, we're going to go over it all. Traders, we do have BCTX with, again, survival data. Sometimes BCTX has been known to spike and dump very quickly. BCTX survival in phase 2. This might go on a possible quick, squeeze and dump. Like, BCTX is one of those plays that's known to spike and then known to give a whole lot back. BCTX, 2,000 shares, inquire all. I just want to see how much this would cost me. If it's less than $10, I'll do it. $75, not worth it. All right, never mind. Not going to do that one. What about BTCT? BTCT, guys, starting to steal the show. BTCT did just come out with the word agreement. Agreement. Good, credible, hot press release. BTCT. Let's say again, this stock is again $1.60. I want to get 4,000 shares over on this play. I click inquire all. I can go over towards again 4,000. Type out the word locate lowest. Click cancel. That is going to be free. There is again actually no fee at this moment. So let's accept that. Located 4,000 shares for free. Where is their resistance? Resistance is going to be the 50-day moving average of 171. So it's going to be very tough to break and get above 171. But I will say, if we do get above 171, maybe I get filled up a little bit higher, like a 185, 190. I'm going to take it. So I would say, again, right now, I'm going to wait for it to maybe get a little overextended. Maybe do 500 shares if this play can get up towards, 194. If this play can get up towards 197. If this play can get up towards 199. If this play can get up towards around 206. Right, so if this stock ever gets a little bit of a squeeze and spike right above the 50-day moving average, that's where I'm going to go after. So BTCT, a little bit of a squeeze, and we also do have BCTX with a good solid press release. Other than that, a lot of people are still focused over on CYN, where CYN also is going to be a hot stock, which has a very similar chart setup to BTCT at this moment. BTCT, why is it falling at this time? Well, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the daily chart. The daily chart shows us that when you hit the 50-day moving average, aka the blue squiggly line, you hit the blue squiggly line, you fall back on down. Hit the blue squiggly line, you fall back on down. You hit it, you fall. You try to break it, you fall. You try to break it, you fall. Guys, CYN is no different. CYN is a blue line, you fall back on down. Blue line, you fall back on down. We are testing at this moment the 50-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is currently at the price of 306. So as long as CYN stays above the price of 306, you are good to go. Now, just want to make sure that you guys completely understand this at this moment. I am not in on anything at this time. My position box so far today is 0 out of 0. The only stock that I will get in at this moment would be if BTCT can squeeze up towards around $2, but I doubt it's going to do that right now. I do have my entries up near around that $2 area. As you guys know, 190, 197 to 199, 206. If it squeezes on up there, I'll leave them. I'll leave those entries up there. We'll be all set, ready to go. But if this stock, unfortunately, as you guys can see, it's not really going to get there. So BTCT, unfortunately, is not going to get there at this moment. It seems like it just had a quick little spike, did dump on down. You guys can see over on Fox Runner here, 7:30 a.m. press release. 7:30, 3-star press release. It is the word agreement. We saw this one right when it came on out. We had a great game plan. We're understanding why the stock turned and dumped, and now we're getting a little bit of a reversal right back on down. CYN at this time, CYN is slowly climbing, slowly creeping its way on up. CYN did have a good solid press release, talks about orders year over year. So we are having, again, triples its vehicle order year over year. When you're tripling your orders, if you made $100 last year and now you're making $300 this year, it's, again, progress. But again, think about it as a bigger scale. maybe making $100 million one year and making $300 million the next year. That's, again, very good to see. So CYN, good, credible stock and why it's moving. Now, let's take a step back here. Let's do this all together. Let's work our way through, find the play right now. Because to be frank with you, my least favorite part of the day is where I feel like I'm unprepared. My least favorite part of the day is where I feel like, are there stocks, are there rips, are there runs that are happening that I'm not aware of? You know? So let's work our way through the top gainers, make sure that we're all set, ready to go. Number 1, NUWE. Is there any credibility over on NUWE? And again, let's work together as a team. Do you guys see any sort of news, any sort of reason, any sort of credibility over on NUWE? Well, at this time, I personally do not. I, again, looked over on Fox Runner. I did not see any sort of news behind this play. So if we go over here, we can go over, type in NUWE, the number 1 top gainer. NUWE, click news. The last press release I see was over on Friday, 1-23, right? So Friday was the last press release. If I go over to Yahoo Finance, you can also see something very similar. 3 days ago was the last press release out of all news. If we look over on whatever, you can look at Market Watch. 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago was the last press release. There's nothing I'm seeing on our NUWE on why the stock is up, why the stock is climbing, and why the stock is the number 1 top gainer. We can clearly see it is the top gainer out of all stocks with 143% gain. But is it just a random low float runner? So let's go ahead and take a look over on NUWE and see if there's maybe, again, a deeper reason behind it. And if you guys have a reason, feel free to throw it on out there. So right here, traders, NUWE, we do know, number 1, this stock is a 1.66 million in float play. When you are a 1.66 million in float stock, you are a very tiny play. You don't have many shares available which means if you have a volume move in, the stock can increase dramatically. A lot of times, the number 1 top gainer does get the hype. The number 1 top gainer does get the attention. The number 1 top gainer does get a lot of people looking towards it. So the thing is, NUWE doesn't have any credibility whatsoever. But it is the number 1 top gainer, so it might just get a couple random pops because people are buying this play whenever it dips on down. I would say, I do think NUWE is going to be a nice short. Can you guys see at this moment, this would be your game plan? Number 1, NUWE. What do you guys realize? Well, you guys do have a beautiful upper shadow right here. This upper shadow is going to be giving you guys the idea that, hey, this is most likely going to be turning on down south and we are going to be fading and falling. We also have another nice upper shadow right here. We're again NUWE. This is going to be a top gainer at this time. This stock could easily start fading and falling at this area. So let me actually go back to that 3-minute time frame. And the way that I would play this, the way that I would do this if I were you, is number 1, NUWE, understand that this stock does not have any credibility towards it. Number 2, understand that this stock does have an uptrend towards it. So there is opportunity for a dip buy and bounce play. And number 3, I would be a little bit more biased on the short side than the long side. But you do have this wedge. This wedge is trying to form. This wedge does have opportunity for you. This wedge is going to be a chance that you guys could say to yourself, hey, you know what? There's a chance for us to be able to, get some sort of bounce. So NUWE, there is no news. It's a low float stock. What I would do if I were you was connect the dots, right? So let's go over and say to ourselves, there's the dip. There's the dip. There's a dip. There's a dip. And possibly coming on up, here could be a possible dip. If that breaks on out, if the stock again does go underneath this area, we could possibly see that low. At the same time, we do know there's resistance. We do know there's resistance. We are inside this wedge pattern. You guys can take a look and just say to yourself, all right, we have a ascending wedge pattern at this time. If you guys go over to Google and you guys take a look at an ascending wedge pattern, something that you guys could definitely take a look at would be, this would at least be the idea. The idea is traders to be looking at top resistance, higher low, higher low, higher low. Stock gets a very nice breakout and gets a very nice move, right? That's the idea of this play. When you guys take a look at an ascending triangle pattern, you're looking for these stocks to possibly get these nice squeezes, these nice rips and runs, and possibly get that next leg on up. Doesn't always mean it's going to happen. Let's understand that, guys. It doesn't always mean it's going to happen, but there is a chance at least that we could see this, squeeze. There is a chance that we could be able to get this good opportunity. So I do just want to post this for you guys real quick. Just because I love you. I want to always help you guys on out with everything that you guys do and make sure you guys are becoming better. Make sure you guys are, again, growing as traders. But man, I'm excited for today, guys. I'm excited for today. It's going to be a fun one. It is going to be a good one. There's going to be some great opportunity out of this day. But let's just go with NUWE. There is no news on this stock. So there is a better chance, right? There's a better chance for a crack and fade rather than a breakout. But if higher lows can form, watch for a squeeze in the wedge. So I would let every single person know there is a better chance that this stock can fade and fall rather than, again, be able to continue to move on up. But in the rare chance, in the slim chance that this stock does get a breakout, if this stock does start, holding up its gains, we could possibly squeeze. And again, squeezing gets people excited. Squeezing leads to nice rips and runs and spots and climbs, and we love it. Hey, traders, if you guys have not yet, all I ask for one thing every single morning: hit that thumbs on up, hit that like button. Show me that you guys are excited to be here. Show me that you guys are fired on up, and show me that you guys are ready for a big day ahead. It is going to be an awesome day today. Let's get ready to rock here, traders. Let's do it, baby. Man, 741 in the market. I feel, again, some high energy out of you guys today. I feel some enthusiasm. It's contagious. It runs through the microphone into your body, out of your body, into the mouse, through the keyboard, back into, again, my sensitive system here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock. We do have NUWE. Gonna watch to see if this one can be able to squeeze. Now, other than NUWE, what else do we want to see? XTNG. I'm not the biggest fan of stocks that are only 50 cents. Massive sell-off. What about CYN here? CYN is still going. Traders, there is nothing wrong with CYN at this moment. This stock is still going. Now, how high can CYN go up to? Because if you do not know, CYN is a good play today. CYN is one of the best plays out there today. Take a look over on the Fox Runner analyst alerts right here. There's CYN, and this was the press release. It says CYN triples order year over year. It says CYN triples order year over year. It says at this time, today announced that it's tripled the number of autonomous drive mod tuggers it's sold in 2025 compared to 2024. So basically our orders are increasing. There is zero wrong with CYGN today. CYN is a play that could easily squeeze. It's a stock that could easily spike. It's a stock that could easily get its next leg on up. It is a top gainer on the day. So this looks like it is the best one out of everything. Now this one's 7.9 million in float. Not a super low float, but not large by any sort of means. So I would say, how high can CYN get up to? Well, obviously the best thing to always do, look at past chart history pattern. The best area that you guys can see is up towards around like 410. That's going to be the most recent area of some spiking highs. The most recent area of spiking highs, CYN, is going to be up to 410. If this stock ever started taking on off, we could maybe get up towards around 450. Maybe it could get up to 483, or best case scenario, all the way up towards around like 525. So if this play does start taking on off, there's a couple different areas. Number one, strong resistance at 410. Number two, strong resistance at 445. Number three, strong resistance all the way up to $5, and then a strong resistance all the way up towards around the 200-day moving average at like 525. So it's going to be a little difficult to figure out, how high CYN is going to go. The best thing to do if you are interested in shorting is wait for that overextended move. What do I mean by overextended? Overextended is when you have too many green candles in a row, or like when you climb too quickly. So, if, for example, I do not ever short a stock if it ever comes out with news and it does this. You do not ever want to short a play that looks like this. And the reason why is because you are not overextended, which means at any moment you can get that big time squeeze. What I mean by overextended is this, where a stock is moving itself on up and then it basically goes straight up. When a stock goes straight up, that's overextended, which means you're going to most likely have a great chance for a sharp reversal back on down before you get back to kind of the normal pattern of what you were. So it's almost like you get ahead of yourself. You get a little too crazy. The stock gets a little too confident and then it dumps back on down. So if CYN just keeps slowly grinding on up like this, again, I don't really like to touch it. Like, yes, this would be slightly overextended, but again, the best overextended moves is when you see something that just goes like straight up. When something goes on a straight up climb, this is a great opportunity to come straight back on down. BTCT is a great example. BTCT goes from 140 up to 170, 170 back up to 140. A lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of times in stock trading, whenever you have one reaction, you are usually matched with the opposite reaction. So what I'm referring to is if we have one action, slowly goes on up, the opposite is slowly goes on down. Slowly goes on down. We slowly go on up, we slowly go on down. We slowly go on down, we slowly go on up. We slowly go on up, and we go straight on up, we usually come straight back down. We slowly go on up, we slowly go on down. We slowly go on down, we go on down, we go right back up. Usually stocks are always matched with some sort of reaction on the upside, on the downside, whatever it may be. But CYN right now is still just slow and steady. CYN is still just a good, solid play at this moment. All right? So I want to make sure that you guys are all good. So right now here, traders, want to make sure that we are all good, watching and waiting to see what we have. We do know NUWE is one of the top plays at this moment. Going to continue to keep our eyes peeled on this one. Nice little, again, ascending triangle wedge pattern. XTG, CYN, still, again, a very hot play. It's not super slow and steady, but I wouldn't say it's super overextended. PHG, no, GNTI had news right here, but again, that one's starting to fall. Let me ask you guys this. As a community, as us working together, thousands of traders, again, working together, what do I want you guys to realize? Hey, if you see anything, please feel free to throw it on out. But right now, we know NUWE is top dog. XTG, I don't play stocks that are 50 cents. CYN is by far the best one right now. PHG, nope. GNTA, nope. USBC, nope. Let's just cross-reference that over on Fox Runner here. When we go over here, team, what is, again, our top gainers with the best press releases? Best press release right here, GNTA. GNTA, 43% gain at this moment. That stock spiked and came back on down. There's not really any super hot press releases right now. CYN does have a press release. Just be aware of that. CYN does have a press release. It is, again, one of the better stocks at this moment. NUWE, no press release. XTG, 55-cent stock, not playing that. That's CYN, which does have news today. PHGE, GNTA, spiked and dumped. Hey, this is where I feel good about my trading. This is where I say at myself, I'm fully caught up on this day. I'm fully prepared on this day. There's nothing that's going on that I'm not aware of. There's nothing that's happening right now that, again, I should be aware of at this moment. We are good. We're at, hey, someone walked in the room right now and you say, what's the hottest play on the day? You would say, oh, CYN's the hottest play on the day. But you know what? I'm still watching NUWE just because it's in that nice little ascending triangle pattern and could get a nice, possible breakout and squeeze. Okay, cool. Like that's the setup. That's the idea right there. That's what, again, I want you guys to be focused on and learning and understanding. So NUWE, CYN, top 1, top 2. That's where the focus is at this moment. Good morning to everyone. Guys, let's get ready for an absolutely awesome day ahead. As I already said, guys, smash that thumbs on up. Let's, again, blast through 100 thumbs on up right here and right now. Let's get ready for an absolutely awesome day ahead. Feel good. Feel excited. Looking for this next leg. RDW also had a nice press release this morning. Yes, RDW was selected for $151 billion missile defense agency. So RDW is inside those space stock type of themes, right? A lot of people love Rocket Lab. A lot of people love ASTS. And again, a lot of people also do enjoy RDW. RDW is a very hot play at this moment here, traders. So you guys can actually take a look. RDW is over in the analyst alerts as well, where if you guys scroll on down, you guys can see United Health came out with some bad news. We can go over that in a second, but we also have RDW right here, selected for $151 billion defense agency. Okay. So, guys, space stocks, we know has been a pretty hot topic of 2026 so far. Now, it was hotter probably a month ago, right? Probably about 3 weeks. When, again, SpaceX came out with their first IPO, announced they were going to have an IPO, everyone ran to Space Place. People ran to RDW. People ran to Rocket Lab. People ran to ASTS. Everyone said space is the next big thing. And I still love space stocks. I truly do. But it's not as hot as it was maybe 30, 45 days ago. But it's still great to see an awesome press release right here over on RDW. And again, getting that $151 billion contract, right? This one's going to get hot. So RDW here, traders, is trying to move itself on up. They do create rocket parts. But obviously the leaders is Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab, if you guys go back over to like a weekly time frame, look at the weekly time frame on Rocket Lab. Pretty insane, right? Notice what happened though. Came right up towards $100 resistance, came back on down. Traders, I talk about psychological numbers a lot. People do not realize when you run up to the price of $100, you usually get rejected. When you run on up to the price of $500, like Tesla right here, you usually get rejected. Tesla ran up to $495, fell back down to $222. SNDK is testing $500. Traders, SNDK is the stock that I think is going to be the next big short. If you want to make money on an SNDK, I do think, you know, the short at $500 is going to be amazing. Just for example, take a look. Tesla runs up to 500, falls back on down to 220. Hits 500, back down to 437. MicroStrategy, it did break 500 a little bit. It ran up towards around 530. It's now back down towards 160. Like when you hit 500, it is an absolute wall. Just like $1 is a wall, $10 a wall, $100 is a wall, $250 is a wall. 500 is usually a wall. So SNDK is the #1 best play of 2025. And so far, it is the #1 best play of 2026. So you might be saying to yourself, all right, let's go ahead and short this play. Let's go ahead and short SNDK. What's the #1 issue? Does anyone know? What's the #1 problem? Look at this, the #1 top gainer of 2026 with already a 71% gain. The #1 issue is as earnings on Thursday. It's very deadly for me to say, hey everyone, let's short SNDK 2 days before its earnings. And let's say all of a sudden you short it and somehow it does come out with good earnings and it gaps up to 540. Boop, you're done. You know? So do I want to short SNDK? The answer is yes, I do. I do want to bet against SNDK, a stock that is a little too high, a little too crazy right now at $500 resistance. But at the same time, I do want you guys to realize that Thursday could be a huge make or break on this play. If it does come out with bad earnings or doesn't live up to expectations, we could easily see the stock again crash on down to 400, 370, 360. So I do want you guys to keep SNDK on your radar, as that is, again, a great play, great opportunity for you guys to be watching. All right? So that's going to be a good one. NUWE is the top gainer this morning. No news on this play. United Health. What happened here, guys? Take a look. I think UNH, did they come out with bad earnings? I mean, UNH, guys, this thing, I feel like UNH constantly just gets destroyed. Am I wrong with this? I just feel like every single time I look at UNH, it's constantly getting beat down. I don't remember the last time I had a good press release over on UNH. UNH, though, again, bad news. Revenue decline year over year. So again, United Health posts modest earnings beat, soft revenue guidance as Insurer Plus turn around. This play, again, basically came out with an earnings that didn't live up to expectations. Earnings didn't live up to expectations. Trump policy, Trump's policy also, again, is hurting them. So Trump came out with a brand new policy, which is also hurting them at this time. So a few things that are kind of bringing them on down. Trying to see at this time, traders, kind of looking around at this moment. All right, here, traders. Let's get back to ready to go. We got about 5 minutes until the next hot press release. We got about 5 minutes until the next hot press release. We got about 5 minutes until the next wave. Now, we still got NUE ready to squeeze. We still got NUE on this nice little setup right here. And we're going to see if this play can be able to get that next leg. If NUE can be able to get that next kind of leg on up. Can this stock squeeze? Can this stock get that potential? Can this stock get that next pop? Now, NUWE, guys, how high can this one go up to? I would say if I was getting interested on NUWE, I didn't mean to do that. Let me bring over the charts again. Because, I mean, hey, if nothing comes out at 8 o'clock, this one might get a little pop on up, and we might want to be ready to short this play. What is NUWE? What is this high? What's that high right there? 671? You know, if this play ever starts squeezing 670, 650, I would say at least like 640 we want to wait for a short on. So if this play ever started getting up towards around that 640-ish area, 670 mark, you know, maybe start, you know, getting ready for some possible shorts. CYN also, you know, is starting to turn and fall. CYN starting to turn and fall. Right now, NUWE is the #1 best play. Now, that's kind of tough to say because it doesn't have any news. It doesn't have any credibility. There is no news. There is no credibility. There's nothing good on this play. All right, traders, 7:55 in the market. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready for a big day today, people. Now, just a heads on up, I do not have any positions at this time. Positions are 0 out of 0. Orders are 0 out of 0. I got nothing at this time. So I'm again sitting blank at this moment. Not put myself in any sort of position whatsoever at all. We are staying alert. We are staying ready. We are staying good here. Everyone ready? 7:55 in the market. Everyone slow clap with me. Slow clap with me. Was anyone sitting in their room alone just randomly clapping their hands? And now you feel a little worse that you were just randomly clapping your hands by yourself? It happens. We got about 3 minutes here. Last night, I sat down with my wife on the couch. We watched Whiplash. Whiplash was the movie we watched last night with Miles Taylor. Very good, solid movie. Reminded me of one of those like chef movies. You know, in the culinary, where they're just, yeah, chef! How's the fucking marinara sauce? It's fucking delicious, chef! I'm an idiot! There's always, I feel like, those odd things that are like so military based. Cooking is like military based. Playing an instrument is military based. Kind of like, I'm not cut out for that. I'm not cut out for it. I will be honest. If I was in the military, which I'm not, but if I was in the military and again my sergeant gave me something to say or do, I feel like, okay, I'm here, let me do it. But if all of a sudden a chef got in my face and it was like, your garlic knots fucking suck, I feel like it would be a lot harder for me to take them serious. A lieutenant, a sergeant, someone that's been out there on the front lines is like, hey, you know what? Let's get fired up. I'm ready to go. But if my marinara sauce doesn't have enough pepper, I feel like I'd be it's kind of harder for me to stay there. So shout out to everyone that's in the culinary arts. Shout out to you. Good movie. I'd give it a 8, a flat 8. I was thinking maybe 7.9, but it was good. Thoughts on RDW here for the short? RDW, I would wait until it gets a little closer, honestly, towards like 15. RDW, space play, space trends definitely could go a little bit higher. Space stocks, space trends definitely could shoot on up a little bit more than what we think. So I do think we could get up towards like the 14s. I would not short until the 14s on RDW. Peter, Dek, how much coffee do you have every morning? You're fired up. I'll be honest with you. That's my fun fact of life. I've never had coffee. I've never tasted it. I'm 32 years old and I've never tasted coffee. Never had it ever in my life. Isn't that wild? I'm not even lying. Never have I ever had it. Now, I will say, I've had like energy drinks before. I will say again, I take pre-workout before I go to the gym. So it's not like I just avoid caffeine in any sort of way. But I've never had coffee. Never once. Never again felt that warm brown flow going through my esophagus down towards, again, my small intestines. Never. Don't know what it's like having those cocoa beans or coffee beans or whatever they are. Right now, traders, we do have RDW trying to go. Guys, all right, all eyes over on Fox Runner. We are 1 minute away until the 8 a.m. press release wave. You guys ready to get a possible trade in? So I always just like to have my short locate box up, ready to go. I'm probably going to have it on 2,000 shares, ready to rock. So if I need to locate 2,000 shares after a little bit of a random spike, we can do that. Guys, 8 o'clock, I'm ready to trade. We got about 30 seconds here. We might get our first trade of the day. Again, as always, targets are around $1,000. I like to try to make a grand a day. A grand a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. A grand a day, again, allows me to do really whatever you want in life. Right? You make $1,000 a day. There's not really any sort of limitations financially on what you can or cannot do. You walk away, again, making $1,000 every single day. You know, you're living financially free. Guys, 8 o'clock is here. The 8 a.m. press release is here. NUWE is starting to drop on down slightly. If this cracks this uptrend, we might start getting some weakness. Here comes some possible news. Awarded a contract, guys, over on JFB. JFB awarded a contract. We'll see if that gets any sort of volume. We do have the word agreement over on LSTA. A little bit of buying volume on LSTA right now. I believe that had a reverse stock split the other day. We do have the word $1 billion on HIND. HIND? Yeah, HIND, guys, getting a little bit of hype as well. Let's turn some attention over on that. So we do have HIND, talks about a USD $1 billion upon successful completion. So if they have successful completion of their phase 2 or phase 3, they would be worth $1 billion. It's kind of interesting. Interesting press release. The analysts are saying if you have success on your phase 3, your company will be worth $1 billion. All right, guys, I'm going to locate 2,000 shares over on HIND just in case the stock, like something stupid happens. In case this stock ever starts squeezing on up to $5 or higher, I just want to be ready. In case that ever started going on a rip or run. Because it's not really a great press release when they think about it. Hey, if you ever have success on your phase 3 trials, your company will be worth more than $1 billion. That's great. But you guys aren't at that level yet. So it really doesn't matter at all. Guys, I am getting ready to short. Guys, I'm getting filled on my short right now over on HIND. HIND, guys, I'm getting filled right now over on my short. Just a little heads on up. I'm trying to pop this out real quick. Hold on. Traders, I am in on HIND. HIND traders, this thing is squeezing and spiking. Oh my goodness, traders. This is thing going up way higher than I expected. I am going to be looking to add over on this play in case this one continues to rip and run. But I am in right now. Just a little heads on up. I am in right now over on this play. I am currently down in the red, but I'm going to try to finagle my way out of this one if I can get there. I am in on this play on 1,250 shares at this moment. I'm going to see if I can be able to keep on shorting this play, get myself back into the green, and be able to make some money if this thing is just a random spike and dump. So HIND, I am in at 582, little heads on up. I'm in at 582 at this moment with 1,250 shares. So 1,000, there we go. Let's see if we can dump on down here, traders. Guys, I'm up 500, up 700. Guys, I'm up $800. I'm going to take my profits right here. Hold on. Buy. Boom. There we go. Guys, just made $958. Guys, just made $958. I did it, guys! I did it! Alright, guys, I just made $958 on that trade. Good work, everyone. All right, guys. Didn't I say we want a grand a day? Didn't I say we want to go about a grand a day? That's what we wanted. About $1,000 a day. We'll take it. Doesn't get much better than that right there. Does not get much better than that. I want to take a little screenshot of this right here. Because essentially, what we're doing at this moment here, traders, is we are just trying to be consistent. Team, let's just take a look. How did I do this? Can we just talk about how did I do this? Okay? How did you just do what you did? Number one, we all watched Fox Runner. And again, I'm pretty sure 99% of people here have Fox Runner at this point. Right? I basically have made it a necessity. All eyes are watching the news at HIND at 8 o'clock. We saw HIND come out right here. HIND, here's the news. It's not that difficult. We literally have a 3-star press release that I said, guys, this one's interesting. It says analysts said that they are going to be worth $1 billion if they have success in their phase 3. So then everyone started running on over and, as we know, started buying up this play. And everyone said, hey, this is pretty crazy, right? Every single person came flying over here and just started buying up this stock. But once we got that little upper shadow that started forming right at the tippity top, we just shorted it, right back on down. So it all came on down to finding HIND on Fox Runner, seeing that massive spike. We added some shares to short, and again, making some money as the stock comes right back on down. That's all that was right there. That's all that was at this time. So I'm not trying to do anything that people are, I'm not trying to do anything that, again, people are saying to themselves like, oh, I don't know how you're doing. I'm trying to explain everything. I have the news. The news gives me a reason to watch a play. As the stock spikes on up, I look for a possible shorting opportunity. HIND just short of $1,000 on the day. News came out on Fox Runner. Saw the stock spike and form an upper shadow. Added shares to short. And again, locked in $958. So absolutely great here, traders. And I mean, I do this every single day. Every single day, traders. I want to show you how I'm able to live full time. I want to let you guys see how I'm able to, again, be able to wake up every single day, be able to trade full time, and I want you guys to see what's possible. If no one ever showed you how to be successful in the stock market, it's very difficult to believe it. It's very difficult to say, oh yeah, you could trade every single day. Oh, do you trade every single day and make a full-time living? Oh no, I don't. I don't know how. Do you? No, I don't know how. I am showing you every single day how you could be able to make money. But still, people are going to say to me, oh, well, you know what? I just don't like shorting. You know what? I don't know. I kind of like doing options. Guys, 95% of people lose on options. 90% of people buy looking for breakouts at the high of the day. 90% of people are going to buy following random people on the internet. I'm telling you. I'm showing you. This is how you're successful in the stock market. This is how you are going to win more than you lose. This is how you are going to come out on top over and over and over again. So make sure that you guys understand this. I am trying my best to make sure that you understand the right way to trade so that you can become better. This is not me hiding. This is not me paper trading. This is not me, again, just saying I've made $1 bajillion and not showing you how. It's all in front of you live. So HIND is setting itself up in a bull flag pattern. Little heads on up here, traders. If you guys do have over $20,000 in your account, there is no excuse on why you guys should not be using Cobra to short. If you have over $20,000, you should be using Cobra. That's how I'm shorting this play or all these plays every single day. So again, that's how I short every single day. Make sure you use Cobra. Also, there are 30 spots left, okay? Just a little heads on up. There are 30 spots left for anyone who has under $20,000 in their account. There are 30 spots left to get on the 500 person list. I talked to them yesterday. They said, Sean, let your chat know there's 30 spots left. Once the PDT rule goes, anyone that has at least $5,000 will be able to short nonstop the way that I'm shorting on Cobra. Right now, they're a premium broker, $20,000 minimum. But if you add your name to this list, they are accepting the first 500 people with as little as $5,000. Add name to list. The next 30 people get it. That's it. So if you haven't yet, add your name to the list. How much was it to short that play? Let me go ahead and take a look. So my total cost to short HIND, I'll show you right here to be transparent. HIND, I shorted 2,000 shares. It cost me $1.60. So you can see 1.6, that is $1.60. So I paid $1.60 to be able to make $958. Not bad, right, guys? That's why Cobra is the best. That's why Cobra is a premium broker. It costs $1. Sometimes, again, they could be more expensive. But how many people here didn't even get shares to short? How many people here are raising their hand and saying, man, I missed another play. I don't have a broker that I can short. So you know what? I tried to buy it. I bought at the top. I ended up losing. And again, you know, I just wish I could short. You can change your broker. So right here, Mr. Anakinpor, how much is commission? I don't know the exact penny amount. I don't want to lie to you. It's barely anything though. It'll be like 20 cents. Like it's barely anything. HIND does look like it's going to be able to squeeze on up towards like 875. So guys, little heads on up. HIND is trying to squeeze itself on up. If this thing gets up towards $8.75, $10, does anyone have a feeling that this is one of those plays that could just go bonkers today? Does anyone have that feeling that this is one of those plays that can just go crazy today? So right now, HIND still trying to squeeze, still trying to rip and run, still trying to pop. Deck, does the code word Foxy work on Fox Hunter? Yep. If you guys type in the word Foxy, you guys do get 30% off your first payment. So again, best deal would be an annual membership to get 30% off, but you do get it. And again, it shows up right here. That's how I find HIND. Sometimes people always ask me, this question. How do you find the best play of the day? How do you find the best stock? I wish there was some magical formula that like made me sound smarter. But the answer is I just use Fox Hunter. Like I just have a scanner that tells me the best news every day. So maybe I'm like making myself sound a little unimpressive, but it's like, how do you find the best play of the day? I just have scanners. I'm not doing some magic formula. Let's get ready to go here, baby. We are on fire. Crushing it in every way. Absolutely getting ready to go. Guys, this one might get all the way up to 875. Now, let's actually review this for a second, though. HIND. Is this stock worth $1 billion yet? I mean, guys, take a look at this press release. There's a press release right here. And the press release, in all reality, states, independent analyst. Not even an analyst that we know of. Traders, this is actually, when we think about it, maybe the dumbest press release we ever heard. It says independent analyst. Not a Yahoo Finance analyst, not a CNBC analyst, an independent analyst. Which means, again, could be anyone in the world. Could be some random dude. Values HIND at $1 billion upon successful completion of phase 3. So not only is it a non-credible analyst, But it's also saying it would be worth $1 billion if they have successful phase 3. So we have a random guy saying if they're successful on their phase 3, they would be worth $1 billion. There is actually no good credibility in this press release at all. So why are people bum rushing into it? Well, it's an option to trade. The press release does sound good. Hey, if they have success on phase 3, it's worth a $1 billion company. Oh, wow. The stock is only at, again, $3. So the stock starts going on crazy rip and run. But once people digest this press release and they're like, who the heck is this guy? Oh, this is just some random guy on Twitter. Oh, who the heck? How does he get the $1 billion evaluation? Oh, he just kind of made it up. Oh, wait a minute. They're not actually worth $1 billion only after phase 3. Well, when's phase 3? Oh, next year. Like, this could come crashing all the way back on down. So understand right now, it is all from hype. Understand right now, it is all just from a whole bunch of just hoping to see what we get. So HIND, I still think this one could get up towards around 875 at this moment. But traders, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Let's see if this thing can squeeze and pop. Give me 1 second here, traders. Be right back on the mic. Give me 1 moment here. Got a big day here, traders. Got a big day. Got a big opportunity across the board. Is your daily chart over on HIND very gappy? What do I mean by very gappy here? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean, Reese? This is my daily chart at this moment. So that's what I currently have. Traders, HIND starting to drop on down. Now, there was a second there, to be honest, that HIND was going a little higher than I expected. You know, how was I able to kind of work myself out of that loss? Does anyone know? How was I able to work myself out of that loss over on HIND? Well, HIND, I did get filled a little too low, didn't I? I got filled at the price of $5.25. I got filled at $5.25, $5.50, $5.60, and then I started filling myself up even higher. $7.10, $7.08, $7.06. So I had a cost basis right around that $5.60 area, and the stock was all the way on up towards, you know, what area? The stock was all the way up towards around $7. So I just said to myself, you know what? I don't believe that this is really that great of a press release. So I added up even higher. And as I added up higher, I was able to get about, 1,200 shares at a cost basis right around that like $5.70 mark, $6 area. So I was able to get out in the low $5, and that was, again, very solid. I didn't even, hold on, guys. I didn't even realize I just looked at right here. I'm still in. I still have 250 shares in on this play. I just realized, why is there red right here? That's an entry. I didn't even realize I have 250 shares in on this play right now. I'm up $330. I had no idea I'm getting out. All right, guys, I'm up $1,200 on the day. I did not even realize I was in on this play right here until, again, I just looked, and I was just looking at my order box. And I saw red, which is shorting entry, blue, which is covering, and I just said to myself, why is there red here? So I must have, again, had a limit order set at the price of $7 for, again, the 250 shares. Luckily, I was just able to make money on it. I literally didn't even know I was in on that trade, but since, again, I had an entry up near around $7, I was just able to make another $300. Okay. You know what? You know what? I will take it. You know what? I will take it. Let me make sure I don't have any other open orders. No other open orders at this time. Did anyone see that I had 250 shares in on this play? That was just like, Dek, you're in on 250 shares. I didn't even realize until I just looked over on, I saw red, and I'm like, why is there a red there? Red is entering an order. AM Trader, no order filled? No, or no order filled sound? I don't. And honestly, I don't hear any order filled sounds. I have, the music pumping in the background, right? If anyone does not know, I have the live stream music going in the background. I have, again, a stereo playing over there. I have, again, Claire. She's working on guitar lessons over there. I can't hear anything. To be frank with you, I can't hear anything. You know what? A little bit, I'm being blunt with you. I'm being honest. A little bit of a dumb trade there, right there. I didn't even realize I was in on it. Could have taken a loss on that play. But you know what? It worked out for the best. And why did it work out for the best? Well, because again, I am getting filled at very nice entries, all the way up near $7 plus. Hey, we'll take a little easy money. $1,293. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to be frank with you, I have hit my profit on the day. Every day, I try to make $1,000. That's what I shoot for. Now, we play the calculator game. Calculator game. All right, you do 1,000. You keep doing this, Sean. You go $1,293. You times that by 5. There's 5 trading days in a week. You times that by 30. 30 trading days in a, or you times that by 30 for 30 days in a month. Actually, what am I doing here? Let's just make it simple here, guys. Let's do it as easy as possible. 1,293 times 251 days in the market. 251 days, that's how many days the stock market is open out of 365. That's $325,000. What I just did today, if I consistently keep that on up, as a 32-year-old, 6'2", extremely athletic guy, I'm making $324,000 a year. All before the time of 8:30. How many people here would be happy making $300,000 a year? How many people would be happy finishing off their day before 8:30 a.m.? How many people here would be happy not having to drive on that commute? How many people here would be happy not having to work underneath the boss, being able to spend more time with family and friends and your wife and your kids? That's why I do this job. I do this job because when I have a family, when I have kids, I want to spend time with them. When I, again, when the weather gets nicer, I want to go outside. I want to do things. I did not start stock trading so I could trade and just be behind my trading desk for 8 hours a day. I trade so I can be able to have financial freedom and I can be able to do the things I want. And you know what? If, again, working an hour and me getting $320,000 a year, that's amazing. I would take that forever. Right? That's great. So, right now I am happy with my trades and how I'm, again, getting myself involved over on these plays. But I would say also, right, a lot of people here, and I'm saying this not to discourage you, I'm saying this to encourage you. A lot of people here trade until about 9 a.m. and then they go to their other job. And that's fine. A lot of people on the West Coast are with me right now. It's going to be 5:30 in the morning. They trade with me right now, and then they go to their 9-to-5 job. People on the East Coast are trading with me right now, maybe leaving the next few minutes for their 9-to-5 job. That's okay. But even if you guys just think about this. How many people here have been able to make $190 today? $190 in pre-market. If you guys did $190, Times that by 251 days. Let's say on average, some days you lose, some days you win, but on average, you make $190. By the end of the year, that's $47,000. Imagine at your normal job, you make, let's just say, $64,000. Your normal job, you make $64,000. But trading with me every single day, you make an average around $150 to $200. Well, now at the end of the year, you're now up to $111,000. Traders, this is how millionaires are made. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but it's a fun fact. The average millionaire has 7 different streams of income. 7. How many streams of income do you have? It's very difficult to be able to have one stream of income to be able to make $1 million. That's hard to do. Unless you're a professional athlete, it's a very tough thing to be able to do. Just be like, hey, that's my job. I make millions. What do most millionaires do? Most millionaires are going to say, hey, you know what? I have my main gig and I have this side gig and maybe I have this passive gig and maybe I have that. So again, let's think about it, guys. Let's say you have your normal job. Your normal job is, let's say you're a teacher. Okay, that's awesome. I'm a teacher. Then what else do you do? Well, you wake up early. You make $190 average a day with me. Okay, so now you're making your teacher salary. Now you're making $190 a day with me. And then maybe again on weekends, you also have whatever. Maybe you're a soccer coach or some other coach. Okay, well, now you have that. And now you can take some money and now you put in some long-term investments. And now you're building that. So now you have main gig teacher, trading with me. You also are again a certain coach. Now you're making money. Now you're putting it into the stock market. Now you're getting paid long-term investment dividends. So now you have 4 different incomes right there. Now again, maybe again you start something new or whatever it could be. Maybe you make some YouTube videos on the side. You start getting paid through YouTube. You start doing social, whatever it could be, guys. But I'm saying, if you are not happy with again your current set of financial life, and you're saying, well, yeah, I make $50K a year. Okay, add something to it. Well, I don't have enough time. You have some time. Even if it's an hour to be able to learn how to stock trade and be able to trade with me, you could dramatically change or double your salary. Then again, you take that money, put it into the stock market for long-term investments or retirement. Now again, you're building, appreciating. Now again, you put something towards a house or whatever. Lance saying long-term investing is much safer than trading against smaller caps. 100%. Long-term investing is much safer, but obviously it's much slower. Like I have my day trading account and then I have my long-term investment account, my retirement account. I take this money, I put money into my long-term investment account. Again, my goal is to retire, guys, and be able to retire and never have to worry about money again. I want to be able to retire, have, I don't know, $4 million, $5 million in my retirement account. I retire and again, I don't have to worry about money ever again. I don't want money to ever be a worry in my life. I've seen too many people. I've seen times where I get worried about money. It's not fun. No one likes getting worried about money. So let's put ourselves in jobs. Let's put ourselves in careers. Let's put ourselves in opportunities where we don't have to worry about money. Right? That's what it is. I've said this here before in the past. But what it comes on down to is you have to be the hardest working person in the room. But you have to be the hardest working person in the room in the correct field. If you say, hey, you know what? I want to be the hardest working whatever. I don't know. I'm making up a job right now. Let's just say an accountant. And you, again, work for a company and the company says, okay, you're an accountant. Sign here. We'll give you $50,000 a year. Well, you know what, guys? No matter how hard you work, you get $50,000 a year. In stock trading, in day trading, it's I can work harder, I make more money. I like that. I like that about day trading. I like that about stock trading. I like that about business. I like the harder that I work, I get paid. Basically, my work ethic is shown through, again, the money that I made, right? My work ethic is going to be a correlation to the money in my bank account. So that's what I like, because I'm willing to work. I'm willing to show up every day. I'm willing to trade. I'm willing to study. I'm willing to figure things out. I'm willing to think differently. So these are all things I want you guys to get. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got the 8:30 press release wave coming on up. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up if you guys haven't just yet. Smash that thumbs on up. Get yourself excited. Let's get ready for an absolutely awesome day ahead. Let's get ready to go here. So, guys, we got another press release wave right around the corner, 8:30 a.m. Let's see if we can get one. Guys, all eyes over on Fox Runner here. Let's see all the hot news come on out. Let's get ready to go. Let's get jacked on up here. We got a big day ahead. Big opportunity ahead. Big chances of profits and gains. 8:30 in the stock market here. And once again, this hot news comes on out. If we see something big, all right, traders. Here we go. We do have the word contract on DHTI. Sometimes, again, contracts could spike. SHFS already up a little bit. Not too much just yet. 830. Nothing too big here just yet. We do have a repurchase program over on NIVF. Guys, NIVF right now getting a repurchase program. Sometimes these lead to a little bit of spikes and rips and runs. I'm going to look to see if, again, how much shorts are over on NIVF, just in case that stock starts squeezing. 3,000 shares right here. Inquire all. Let's go with, again, there it is. 3,000 shares. Locate lowest. Let's click cancel. It cost me $6. Waiting over on NIVF. I just want to see if this one spikes all the way up towards like $3 plus. NIVF seems like it's the best so far. It says waiting at this time, but I'm not going to short this regardless, even if it until it gets all the way up to $3 or higher. So $3 or higher is what I'd be looking for. Right now, I am accepted over on NIVF. So NIVF, I am going to put some short orders just in case we get some sort of crazy spike for no reason again. I'm just going to put up short orders super high. Just in case it ever happens. 340, 350, 370. Again, I like to place orders up high. If I don't get filled, no harm done. If I do get filled, I'm getting filled at areas I like. Okay? So I'm just putting areas all the way on up towards 350 to 380. Do you guys see anything spiking? I think NIVF is the best play so far. So NIVF right here did come out with a repurchase program. NIVF, a repurchase program. We do have the word agreement as well. PRZO. Guys, PRZO might get a little bit of hype. No 8:30 press release for me just yet. No 8:30 press release wave for me just yet. Little heads on up. I'm staying alert, staying ready, putting myself only in the best positions out there. PRZO, a little bit of ripping and running. Did come out with the word agreement right there. PRZO. If we take a look, there's a lot of strong resistance up near around 150. Taking a look at the past chart history pattern, look across the board here, guys. 150 going across the board at this moment. Top resistance, 150. Top resistance, 150. Top resistance, 150. Top resistance, 150. PRZO, if that one got up towards around 150, could have been a nice little short as well. I don't think there's anything too big, though, right now on this day. Nothing too big just yet. I mean, we're staying alert. We're staying ready. We're on top of absolutely everything we need. NIVF, staying alert on this one, guys. What else do we have here? NTLA. NTLA, that was from earlier this morning. But NTLA, if you guys are not aware of it, I definitely would say keep your eyes peeled on it. So run on the banks. I appreciate you. NTLA, that was one around 8 o'clock. So right around 8 o'clock, NTLA start getting a little bit of action. One to keep on the back burner. Absolutely. I appreciate you. Run on the banks. PRZO. I just want to make sure nothing's spiking. PRZO might get a little bit of a run up towards 150. I still think NIVF could do a stupid $3 touch. And I'm thinking it could do something very similar to what we just saw on our last play. Does anyone think all of a sudden NIVF breaks through 240 and we just see one of those random rips and spikes just like we saw over on HIND? So I'm not filled on NIVF, but I will get filled if NIVF spikes to 340, 350 or higher. If we spike up another $1.20 right away on some sort of random move, I will go after NIVF. But the only play I did so far was HIND. Jamie Schumann subscribing over to the channel. Jamie, thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Joining the channel, join the squad. I appreciate you, Jamie. Thank you so much for, again, showing so much support and love and being here. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. We're going to have ourselves a blast. Do you only trade on the U.S. markets? I mean, U.S. markets as NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, correct. Now, obviously, within the NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, there could be, again, Chinese companies or Taiwan companies or, companies in different countries. But yes, I am not trading, the Canadian or Europe market or something like that. Glad to be here. Woo! Glad to be here, baby. Woo! Woo! It's going to be we're having ourselves a day here. We're already up again, $1,200. Glad to be here, Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. Yeah. I think it's special what's behind your back. Yeah. So turn around and I'll pick up the slack. Yeah. Take him to the bridge. Dirty babe. You see these shackles, baby, I'm your slave.
I get that every now and then. You ever get like one of those like celebrity lookalikes where someone's like, "Hey, you know what you look like? You know who you look like?" Who do you usually get? Whenever someone walks up to you and they say, "Do you know who you look like?" And then you're like, "Oh boy, here we go." There's only two ways that statement can go. It's like, "Oh, you look like that guy in that movie." And you're like, you're either going to get someone you're happy about, or you are going to get someone that you absolutely are like, that's the worst. So my friend looks, he looks like Shane Gillis. You know that, like that comedian, kind of bigger, just drinks beer all day, a little ugly. Like the thing is, a girl walked up to him the other night and goes, "You know who you look like?" He goes, "Who? Who do I look like?" And she said, "Shane Gillis." And it's just like, all right, I guess I should just go, "You know who you look like? You look like a fatter Jonah Hill. You know who you look like? You look like a really like stoned out Seth Rogen." Like, there is only two ways that can go. Or again, when people come up to me, they're like, "You know who you look like?" And I'm like, "Who?" And they're like, "Hugh Jackman. Justin Timberlake, like a young, better looking Channing Tatum. You know who you look like, Dek? You kind of look like Brad Pitt if you had facial hair. You know who you look like?" And I'm like, "Stop it. Stop. Just stop. Just stop it." That's how it goes, That's how it goes. Right now, we're waiting for that next big move. Waiting for that next big spike. You know what I watched also again the other day during the snow day? I watched Zoolander. Pop! I think I got the black lung. Zoolander's a good movie. Traders, 8:39. Let's talk about this in a day in entirety. Let's go ahead and break this thing on down. I don't see much spiking or ripper or running right now at this moment. So what we should do at this time let's all go down to the very bottom of the Fox Runner Analytics page. Let's all go down to the very bottom. Let's work our way up together. So traders, everyone head on over to Fox Runner. Go over to the Analyst page and make sure that we are all set, ready to go. Really quickly, what was the alert that just came on out? Okay, awesome. So what we have right now here, traders, let's go ahead and let's break this on down. First things first. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Nancy Pelosi just released her portfolio. Traders, we got to talk about this. We have to, again, break this on down here. Nancy Pelosi yesterday came out with her 2026 positions. Her largest positions are in Amazon and Google. Her second largest positions are in Apple and Nvidia. And her smallest position is VST. Okay? These are her full transactions. Google, Amazon, Apple, Nvidia. She also has PayPal, where again, she sold out of PayPal. She has VST, and again, she sold Disney. There is no play here, unfortunately, that she is like, there's no random stock here. There's nothing like new or super excited. There's no like stock like XYC where people are like, what the heck is that? Like there's no, what the heck is that play? They're kind of like, she's playing a little conservative so far this year. Google, Apple, VST. Okay, we already know about those, right? Little heads on up. I'm seeing you guys say IVF is starting to spike. IVF, a little bit of a move right here over on IVF. I'm not going to touch IVF. I'm going to more focus on this right now. So if you guys do want the full details on Nancy Pelosi's brand new trades, click the congressional trading page, and then you guys can be able to see all the newest transactions that just came on out. So it's loading on up. Here's all of Nancy Pelosi. So you can see Nancy Pelosi is one of the most recent. Click her name, and now you guys are going to get her entire portfolio. So you'll see what she bought, you'll see what she sold, you'll see what she got in, what she got out. You'll be able to all see it right here. So that's the full Nancy portfolio. I went through it. There's nothing too crazy. There's nothing like, we know she sold Disney. We know she bought Apple. She bought Nvidia. She bought Amazon. She bought Google. There's no stock XYZ that everyone's going to fly into right now. So it's a little bit basic so far. Hopefully she does add some things coming up in the near future. Okay? So what else do we have here? For anyone who does not know, gold and silver are at brand new record highs again. Yesterday, silver and gold ran all the way on up even more. Silver and gold, silver and gold. So traders, gold and silver now have a higher market cap than Nvidia, Alphabet, Google, Microsoft. I mean, guys, gold is insane right now. Silver is insane right now. But the issue is, gold is now coming up to 500 here soon. Traders, it doesn't matter if it's Tesla. It doesn't matter if it's Microsoft. It doesn't matter if it's MicroStrategy. When you come up to 500, that is going to be a very strong resistance line. Silver is hitting $100. That is going to be a very strong resistance line. Guys, I don't know. I'm very tempted as well. You guys know how I was tempted before to want to short SNDK? I'm also very tempted to short silver, to short gold. And I know that sounds like a psycho move, but silver is at record highs, the highest it has ever been, which means there's a whole lot of room to fall. And silver, again, sitting at $100. We have gold coming up to $500. Would anyone be willing to take that bet? Would anyone be willing to go against those plays? So again, right now, silver and gold is on a once-in-a-lifetime climb. Could this be the top? We do know, again, we are sitting right next to super strong resistance lines. We do want to be ready for it. Guys, here's a list of rare earth metals you should watch. So guys, tungsten, indium, bismuth, tellurium, molybdenum, lithium, antimony, gallium. These are all, again, very rare earth metals. Now, as you guys know, yesterday, the U.S. government bought a stake in company USAR, which is U.S. Rare Metals. We know Trump has been on the train of saying, let's get Greenland because all their rare earth metals. We saw yesterday the #1 hottest trend of 2026 has been rare earth metals. Rare earth metals has been everything. So the thing is here, traders, here are some rare earth metals with some tickers that have to do with those rare earth metals. Study. Rare earth metals has been the hottest topic so far of 2026. You guys don't want to miss it. JP Morgan, I guess more like a little fun fact post, has $440 billion invested in just 10 plays. And none of these plays are shocking, to be honest. Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Amazon, Broadcom, AVGO, Tesla, MasterCard. So it is pretty unique to be able to see, again, there's $440 billion in only 10 plays. And obviously those 10 plays are going to be some of the most popular, some of the biggest, some of the best, some of the ones that I want you guys to obviously be looking at and always be aware of. IONQ. Traders, IONQ is buying SKYT. Now, IONQ is someone that is very interested in what? Quantum computing. So SKYT started getting a little bit of a spike as IONQ did announce that they are going to be buying SKYT. Again, that's for all those quantum computer traders. Anyone that's super interested in quantum computing, definitely just be aware IONQ is trying to make some moves. What is this? Nvidia purchased another $2 billion worth of CoreWeave. Now, this is not really brand new breaking news. Last year in 2025, Nvidia announced that they were going to be purchasing CoreWeave. And if you guys actually take a look, type in CoreWeave right here, CRWV, you can look at the past here. Just go back to a weekly time frame. And this is when Nvidia announced. They said they were going to buy CoreWeave back in May of last year. And the stock went from $43 all the way up to $185. Well, now we are having another little spike. We are having another little spike and gap up and run just because Nvidia is now purchasing another $2 billion. Could we see another $100 spike? I doubt it, but obviously, potentially that could happen. I doubt it, but potentially that could happen. Potentially it could be there. What else do we have here? The U.S. government have bought into these stocks. MP, USAR, LAC, INTC, and TMQ. Here's an entire list of stocks that the U.S. government could be buying next. So guys, pretty awesome list right here. Make sure you guys go check that out. That's a pretty cool list. Definitely is going to be helpful for you as a trader. Breaking news, Microsoft launches a brand new chip to try to cut its dependence on Nvidia. So Microsoft is actually having a gap up this morning as they are working on their chips to kind of get away from Nvidia. Traders, I'm going to be honest with you. Nvidia has been struggling. And the reason why Nvidia has been struggling is because everyone's, competition is catching up. In 2022, 2023, 2024, Nvidia was the only player. Now Microsoft's being a player. Now Meta's working with Google. Google's being a player. AMD's an option. The thing is, you can get crazy rips and rallies for about a year, 2 years, and then again, you kind of slow down a little bit. Nvidia needs to do something to kind of step back on up. Nvidia needs to do something to lead to those crazy rips and runs and spikes and climbs and gets that crazy hype, right? So I want to make sure that you guys are good and you guys do understand that. All right. Now, what else do we have here? Let's keep on going on up. A lot of good information here. A little heads on up. New tariff alert. So I didn't see this. President Trump just said he's increasing South Korean tariffs to 25%. So I think this was last night after the stock market closed at 5 o'clock last night. Saying again, he is going to be adding. Ooh. So right now here, team, our trade deals are very important to America. We are going to be adding another 15 to 25% to South Korea. How are the markets doing today? We know when tariffs happen. When tariffs happen, ladies and gentlemen, the markets usually fall. But you know what? We're adding 15, 25% on South Korea. And is the stock market at brand new record highs? We are just about at brand new record highs here. Team, it cracks me up. It truly does. It makes me giggle. It makes me giggle when I see that we have one big dropping day and everyone says, hey, the stock market's about to crash. We have one big dropping day and people say inflation is about to again come back. We have one big dropping day and people say it's the AI bubble. We have one big dropping day and everyone says Trump is getting too crazy. We have one big dropping day and people say, oh no, guys, that's how the stock market works. You run up 3 feet, you fall back 1 foot. You run up 3 foot, fall back 1 foot. 3 foot, 1 foot. 3 foot, 1 foot. That's all it is. So the thing is, the S&P 500, we definitely just want to make sure that you guys are understanding this play. S&P 500, we'll see if this play can now squeeze and spike up to $700 plus. We are at brand new record highs, right? So let's see what else we have, guys. Continuing on here. Apple earnings are not today, but this is what analysts are saying. Analysts are expecting sideways movement and modestly lower after Thursday. So traders, analysts are not expecting a big earnings out of Apple. They are expecting that things are going to be essentially sideways with a little bit of lower movement. That's it. Make sure that you guys do just understand that. Analysts are not expecting anything too big or too wild from Apple earnings. Also, little heads on up. There's 95% chance, 95% that we cut interest rates tomorrow. So cut interest rates on Wednesday, 95%. Traders, do you guys know Polymarket? On Polymarket, I saw a post yesterday. So Polymarket, you can bet on anything in the world essentially. So you can go over to Polymarket and you can do what will the Feds cut tomorrow? 50 basis points, 25% basis points. Like you could do all this stuff. So if you want to go over to finance, there was someone here the other day, the Fed decision. Let's go ahead. Fed decision in January. There is, look at this, guys. Ooh, hold on a second. Fed decision in January. No change. 99% chance right here. So basically what people are saying at this moment is that, like, imagine if you say that we are going to raise rates by 50 basis points. You put $500 on that, you win $206,000. You know, like, how crazy is that to think about? Right? How crazy is that? If you just put a $500 bet that Jerome Powell is going to run out and say we're going to increase rates by 50 basis points, you win $206,000. So this is, again, the prediction markets. It's what people are predicting. Now, again, the CMEG Feds Watch tool said that there is going to be tomorrow a 95% chance that, again, we raise rates 0.25%. So definitely, again, continue to keep our eyes peeled. Let's make sure, again, we're being smart, staying safe, and seeing what we have. Yeah, I mean, can Jerome Powell bet in Polymarket? I mean, that's the thing, guys. You know, what we have right here is, yeah, Polymarket, like, it could just be nonstop insider trading. I mean, if Jerome Powell wanted to, he could take $1 billion and say, hey, put it on, you know, send it to a whole bunch of friends and say that we are going to, again, raise rates 50. And he walks out and he does it. Like, you know, obviously, like, that's an extreme. But I'm saying, like, could they do something similar? I mean, guys, there's bets on Polymarket of how many times he's going to say the word inflation. He could literally insider trade and say, hey, everyone, I'm only going to say inflation 10 times. You can bet on that. So it's like things like that, absolutely, right? Sports betting. People can start doing sports bets and the players can see it. How many left-hand layups will LeBron James have this in quarter one? Let's say 2. Let's say LeBron James wants to make a quick bag. Hey, guys, I'm going to do, again, 3 left-hand layups in quarter one. I'm just going to do 3. I mean, like, there is a lot of insider transactions from the prediction market now. These are all the information on today, guys. NUWE, as we know, it's one of the top gainers. Low float top gainer, no news on NUWE. RDW, space stock, did get, again, missile defense. Did it get a $151 billion contract? UNH, bad earnings. JZXN, $9 million investment. CYN did have a good credible press release this morning. We did have Ascending Triangle over on NUWE, which doesn't have any sort of news. HIND is how I made all my money this morning. NIVF. And then, guys, little heads on up for all of our Fox Runner users. Just little heads on up. They are coming on out with some brand new stuff. The biggest thing that I'm excited for is right here. So February 26th, for anyone who does not know, over on Fox Runner, is they are adding the Bazinga integration. Bazinga is extremely expensive, but a great press release. Fox Runner has now come up with a partnership with Bazinga, which is now going to grant them all their exclusive press releases, and it's going to be able to get the comprehensive news and headlines feed. So again, Bazinga's like, I don't even know, $400. Fox Runner has now made a partnership with them, and it's going to be getting all their news, all their analysts, all their headlines as well. And that's coming through on February 26th. Then there's also going to be mobile analyst alerts on March 5th, and again, mobile watch list alerts on March 5th. So that means anything that comes on through on this analyst alerts page, you will get a notification to your phone. Also, anything that you add to your watch list, any stock that comes out with news on your watch list, you will also be alerted on your phone. Right now, the only thing they have on their phone, they do have a live press release, but they also have all the keywords as well. So I don't know if you guys use that or not. I do. I get it every single day. But if you guys download the Fox Center app, you guys do get all the keywords. So every time a keyword comes out, I get the press release sent to my phone. So that's also how I find things so quickly. But hey, let's get ready to rock. Let's get ready for a big day today. Let's see what we have. Let's see what's going to be coming on up. Tomorrow, little heads on up, we are going to be having a one of the trade ideas. I don't know if it's the CEO or just a part of the trade ideas team, but we are going to be having a trade ideas little heads up for you guys, a little kind of live stream. They're going to be teaching us some new things, and also they're going to be giving you guys a pretty big discount tomorrow. So we are going to be getting a special gift from Trade Ideas tomorrow, a little dual stream action with some trade ideas, and that's going to be fun. So tomorrow, be here. It's going to be an exciting day. We're going to be having some trade ideas action. Let's get ready to go here. Let's get ready to see what we have. Oh baby, 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 oh baby. Let's get ready to go. Big day. We got 4 minutes here, traders. 4 minutes until that 9 o'clock press release wave. Right now, oh man, I gotta again give a shout out to my boy right here, Jose Mercado, with a $20 donation, buddy. Shout out to Jose. Thank you to you, buddy, for the $20 donation, saying, morning, watching XTKG to buy a 55 cents and now I'm squeezing. Hey, we'll keep our eyes peeled on it. NAMM, looking for that break up to around 560. See if that one can start getting a little bit of hype. Seeing if that one can start getting a little momentum. XTG right here. XTKG, excuse me. Looking for, again, that possible squeeze. Hey, if that one could be able to squeeze through probably, I would say 69 cents, 80 cents is going to be your target. Jose, I appreciate the $20 donation. Let's get ready to party, baby. Jose Mercado, this one's for you, baby. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Jose, for the $20 donation. I truly appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for, again, donating. Thank you so much for, again, supporting the stream. Right now, let's get back to work. We have a minute and a half. Reese, I just made a poly bet. How many shirts will Dekmar Trades rip in Q1 of 2026? The over-under is 3. The over-under is 3. Bruce, I'm opening up a Cobra. What is the promo code? It's right here. Just again, use this page. So again, followers of Dekmar Trades, you guys do get 2 free months of commissions. You guys do get 50% off commissions for life. You guys do get 2 free months of software, 2 free months of trade ideas, 2 free months of Fox Runner. So again, Cobra will give you everything. If you guys do have a larger account, you will be able to get everything. Cobra just gives it all away for you guys. You guys be all set, ready to go, ready to get after it, ready to have some fun. Tomorrow is going to be awesome, though. Trade Ideas is going to be here on the mic, and they are going to be giving some discounts away to the entire squad. So, again, make sure that you guys are all set for tomorrow. Trade Ideas is going to be coming on through. Going to be an absolute blast. All right, guys. We are 1 minute away. One memento away till that 9 o'clock press release wave. Let's get another trade on our hands. Right now here, team, I've had 2 trades today, both on HIND. And we're up $1,200. How about if we get one more good press release at 9 o'clock, let's try to push it up towards around $1,700 to $2,000. If I can make $1,700, say $2,000, I'm going to be happy. Let me get ready for my shorts. So let me bring over my locate short box. I'm going to just switch things out to 2,000 shares. 2,000 shares is usually like my happy medium. So 2,000 shares typed out, ready to go. I don't know what ticker it's going to be. We got to wait for the news to come on out. So far, we've been able to make nearly $1,300. Let's see if we can make another like $400 here today. Let's get ready to rock. Guys, 9 o'clock is now live. 9 o'clock is here. News will be coming on out within the next 2 or 3 seconds. Here we go. Guys, OM did receive FDA clearance. OM, FDA clearance. This one might be able to get a little quick pop, little quick run. OM, FDA clearance is a pretty solid press release. It is already shortable. OM, how high could this one spike on up to? If this one does spike, I know it's a little crazy. I'm going to just put up random short orders up near around 870 right now. I don't know if it might, 99% it's not going to get there, but I just want to be ready. If it ever got up towards like 870, just in case, having FDA clearance, sometimes these plays can go crazy. I'm just going to put like 1,000 shares up near 870. It probably won't get there. WEX, what else do we have here? Nope, nothing there. We have OM. Come on, looking for something good. We have some earnings. We don't care really about, penny stock earnings too much. Let's stay alert. Let's stay ready. Let's stay involved here, traders. XTG still slowly grinding right now. OM's the best 9 o'clock press release so far. If you are interested in a spike, OM has very low volume, but it is the best play so far. Just a little heads on up, okay? So OM does have a chance to pop if all of a sudden buying volume runs in. If buying volume goes in on this play and we start going $5.50, $6, you might get a very quick little squeeze. And I think it could squeeze up to like $8 or so, but there's no volume on it right now. This could be one of those plays that just randomly starts spiking in the next 2 to 3 minutes. So please just be aware of it, okay? OM's my favorite play so far at the time of 9 o'clock. Guys, OM, trying to get back up towards around 550. I'm not in on this play. Again, I would only short this if this thing does squeeze up to like $8 or higher. The bids, though, are up towards 544. The ask is at 555. Again, this is one of those plays that I just know. I know if all of a sudden, and again, it might not happen, but if all of a sudden a whopping buying volume comes on through, it's going to go to 560, 580, $6, 640, 620. Now the bids are at 550. The ask is at 570. It might be warming up a little bit here, guys. OM. Keep this on your back burner. OM, $5, $5.20, $5.40, $5.50. Now again, $5.68. Just had a little pullback back up towards $5.55. Just be careful on it. I'm only going to short this play if it gets up to $8 or so. I am not going long. So it's fighting. It's trying to do it. But again, just a little heads on up. I'm not even in on this play. I will only short it if it gets parabolic a bit. If it goes a little too crazy. Goes on a $3 rip and starts falling right back on down. So again, how do I find OM? Right here. OM 2-star press release receives FDA clearance. So again, just seeing it right there. Fast track is also a pretty good word, guys. Fast track over on FTRK. Not too much buying volume right there. Not too much buying volume. I really don't want to take my eyes off of OM here for a second. OM, keep your eyes peeled on this one. Does anyone else have a big dog that just lays right next to them? I have like one of those wheelie desk chairs, and I'm just scared I'm going to run over his hair and pinch him. So right now here, traders, we still have OM trying to stay alive. It's 9 o'clock. We're not seeing too much action, though. Not too much action just yet. Now, obviously, we are waiting. We're watching. We're staying alert. IVF. I know, again, a lot of you guys keep bringing up IVF. IVF, it comes on down to, can it get above 215? If you guys want to take a look at IVF, this is what it comes on down to. Top resistance, right around that 216, 217 area. I do see a little bit of higher lows. Connect the bottom shadow to the other bottom shadow. Now, again, you are back in that ascending triangle wedge. That same exact wedge pattern we had before, right? IVF, if there is good, credible news behind this play, solid. I like it. But please note, this is one of those plays that it just is on that ascending triangle pattern. You have strong resistance across the board. You have higher lows. The stock is trying to build itself on up, and we're going to see if this thing can squeeze. So IVF, I'm not saying it's done by any sort of means. IVF definitely is on watch. IVF definitely is a play that could be able to go a little crazy. And I'm hoping, again, you know, people that are over in the middle of the country, I'm hoping people that are over in Tennessee and whatnot are starting to get power back, because I do think part of the reason why we have not seen, let's just say, you know, we have not seen any like crazy action or crazy hype is because, you know, a little bit of lack of volume, a little bit of lack of hype, a little bit of lack of just traders being here because of that big snowstorm. Now, I will say also, traders, I don't know if it's going to get better. You know, I'm in Pennsylvania here, traders, and look at the daily here. This is insane. The daily. We have today, it's going to be minus 2 degrees. Well, that's fun. Wednesday, it is going to be minus 3 degrees at night. Thursday, it's going to be minus 2 degrees. Guys, I mean, we're struggling here up north. I don't know where you guys are at, but I don't remember the last time that we have minus 2 degrees, minus 3 degrees, minus 2 degrees. You know, it's a little cold up here. I think it's time for Florida. I think it's time for Florida, guys. I think it's time to dip out to Florida for the winter. I think it's time to, again, pack up the computers and head down south for a little bit. I think it's time for the Florida winter break. It might be that time. It might be that Florida weather time. It's negative 2 degrees. So right now, traders, let's get ready for a big day ahead. I'm excited for the day, though. I want to find something crazy. Guys, I want to find something nuts. I want to find a play that spikes up 400, 500%. I want to be able to grab a jar of honey and just pour it all over myself because I'm so excited. I want to be able to, again, just jump head first into a big pool of pudding. That's what I want. That's the type of excitement I want out of my day today. Okay? XTKG. This stock, again, needs to break through 70 bucks. Let's go through all the best charting of the day. Does NUWE have that, uptrend still? No, guys. NUWG, or NUWE, excuse me, does not have any sort of news, does not have any sort of credibility. This is a stock at this moment that does have an uptrend, which is now broken. Notice how we did have an ascending triangle setup, but unfortunately, the ascending triangle did crack. If you guys take a look over on, again, NUWE, what do you guys realize about this? If you want the breakout, you need to have higher lows, you need to have strong resistance. Guess what? The stock cracked its uptrend. It's cracked its floor. It's now considered bearish. You see NUWE was trying to get that squeeze. It cracked underneath it, right? It's the same exact thing that we could see happening over on XTKG. XTKG is the #1 top gainer in the stock market. Another wedge pattern. XTKG, we have a wedge pattern on this play. It is building higher lows. Again, it's the same exact setup. We do have our bottom support area. Oh, man, come on. Bottom support and top resistance going across the board. Connect the dots. Remember, stock trading can be very simple. It's discipline that sometimes makes it more difficult. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Yes, chef. I promise I'll do better, chef. Chef, I'll do better. Strong resistance at this time. Going across right here. Top resistance. Strong resistance, top resistance. Then we do have, again, bouncing bottom support. You do have bouncing bottom support. You do have the same exact setup over on this play in the ascending triangle wedge, as you guys do, of course, right there. Same setup, same idea. XTKG. Obviously, number 2 top gainer, NUWE, cracked underneath that line. If you guys take a look over on this play, it's the same exact thing as we saw before. Take a look over on NUWE. We did have that ascending triangle setup, but unfortunately, the ascending triangle pattern did crack. Support, 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 support. You guys do have, of course, strong resistance, but what has happened? The stock did go to the bearish side. You guys did crack underneath that area. So again, a lot of stock trading, for anyone who does not know, does come on down to wedges. Look for wedges. Look at IVF, guys. Switch on over to a 1-minute time frame. IVF, watch for wedges. IVF is no different than what we have been seeing. IVF, guys, another wedge setup. Isn't it crazy that once you again establish where resistance is at, you guys can clearly see, here's resistance. Here's resistance. You guys can clearly see, here's support. Here's support. And guess what's going to happen? Either you are going to get that breakout towards the upside that, again, traders are going to be looking for, or you are going to get that rejection and that drop on down that, again, as you get closer to that wedge. So, again, there's another wedge pattern. So once hot news comes on out, you get a nice big spike, you get a nice big dump. But if you can build higher lows, that's where you can be able to honestly be able to make the most amount of money. And then there's not really anything else that I see that's even worth our time. So you do have those plays. And you guys are all good here. So, traders, there's nothing we're missing. XTNG wedge pattern. NUWE has fallen on through. IVF, we are watching to see if that is going to squeeze in its wedge pattern as well. We can see the best press release of the day. Best press release of the day is GNTA, but unfortunately, GNTA is not doing anything. GNTA is, again, a stock that unfortunately did go on a spike and just came back on down. So the best press release of the day isn't really doing too much. XTWG and NUWE, these plays do not have press releases, but they both have that ascending triangle pattern squeeze. NUWE has cracked its channel. XTKG is still looking to set itself on up. Unfortunately for myself, I don't care about XTKG. I don't like playing stocks that are only 60 cents. I'm not the biggest fan of playing stocks that are only 60 cents. So, we are again staying alert here, traders. Let's just see what we get here on this day. Now, guys, what else are we doing here today for anyone who does not know? Today's also a day that if we don't have any sort of hot ripping, spiking, and climbing, I do, and I am going to trade the prop firm. Now, for anyone who does not know, let me bring it back on over. We went over yesterday. Yesterday, I went to one stop prop. And again, I like to do this when the days get slow. When anything gets slow or I already made my money on the day. Like I already made $1,200 on the day. I'm pretty happy. Yesterday, we went over to one stop prop. And I want to try my best to absolutely help you guys on out. For anyone who has a very small account, anyone here who says to themselves, hey, you know what? I have a small account. I don't have much money. You can get funded. We signed up for a $100,000 account. So we click get funded now. Get funded now. You guys click this box right here. 12% max loss, 6% max daily win. So the thing is, guys, you guys do get $163 off. It's free. It's going to cost you $379. Now, all you have to do after you pay $379 is you have to pass the challenge. What's the challenge here? The challenge is we have to make $5,000 with a $100,000 account. That shouldn't be that difficult. That shouldn't be that tough. We take a look over on this. This is where we're at right now. Here's the prop here, guys. We have a $100,000 account. To be able to hit our target, to get funded $100,000 in our account, all we have to do is make 5K. Traders, we should be able to do this. So again, I want to do this live with you. I want to be able to live do this with you in person, where if you, again, have only $400 in your account and you're like, hey, I want to trade every single day, I want to make money, a prop firm is a great option. If you only have $200, $300, and you know you can't trade, you can sign up for a prop firm and be able to do this. So with $100,000, can we make $5,000 before we lose $12,000? We should be able to make this happen. So let's go ahead and try to do this today. Now, one of the best ways to be able to do this, guys, is just by trading the S&P 500. One of the best ways to be able to do this is, again, going to be trading, you know, maybe an earnings report that we could expect to be good. But the worst way to do it is to do what, guys? The worst way to do it is to basically do small trades. Small trades in, small trades out, small trades in, small trades out. A lot of times I try to do it in one trade to pass my challenge. Now, it does say we have to have 3 trading days. We can't just do it all in one day. So the best thing to do is do one good trade on the S&P 500 or the US 500, which is like the futures of the S&P 500. Get your account to like $8,000. And then tomorrow, just do a small in and out trade. Boom. The next day, small in and out trade. Boom. And then you'll be all set and you'll be funded. Okay? So let's, again, today, try to do this over on One Stop Prop. Let's try to make that $5,000 and we will be all set, ready to get after it. Now, again, we got 15 minutes here. I do think the best way to be able to always pass a prop firm, what I like to do, is you cannot do small caps on One Stop Prop. They don't have small caps. They do have Bitcoin, they do have cryptos, they do have futures, and they have all the S&P 500 companies, the top 500 companies in the United States. What I like to do is I'd like to type in US 500. US 500 is like the crazy version of the S&P 500. It's the futures version of the S&P 500. If you just do three shares, 3 contracts, 3 entries, you will make or lose like $800, $900 in a very quick manner. So let's try to figure out, what do we think the S&P 500 is going to do at the bell? Let's think about this first, guys. Okay? Let's try to figure this out. The S&P 500, if we again trade the prop firm right at the start of the day, I think the greatest thing to do is, number one, let's go ahead and see what the 52-week high is. The 52-week high is going to be 54.60. Actually, this is not even the right play. Okay, let's type in the right play. The S&P 500, the 52-week high is 696.09. 696.09. That's the 52-week high. That 52-week high is going to hold up as a very strong wall. Do I think we will break that? Yes, I do. But most likely, not until we hit it and get rejected. I think the best thing for us to do is probably hit that area somewhere around 695.50, get a pullback. I do think the S&P 500 is gearing up for a breakout here. But I do think there's a better chance of maybe hitting it once and getting that drop. I mean, I'm just trying to play more of the odds. We came up towards around 690 and we fell. And 690 and we fell. And 690 and we fell. And 695 and fell. And 696 and we fell. And 696 and fell. And now we're coming back up towards around 696. I do think for us to pass the prop firm here, we could be able to nail a 695 quick entry and then get ready for a put contract or a short and then get ready for a 696. So basically, if we can spike back up towards that pre-market high right here, right at the start of the day, look for US 500 shorts where all we're doing is clicking the sell button. So all I would be doing, guys, little heads on up, is nothing crazy. I would most likely have 3 entries here, click sell, and again, watch to see this, be able to fall and fade and drop. And then again, try to get ourselves up towards around 5,000. So if we can get ourselves up towards around 2,000, 4,000, take our profits, we could do one more trade in the future and just reach our target. Then if we can all reach our targets, we'll all be funded $100,000. Okay, so let's try to do this together. Because right now, I'm not seeing any crazy penny stocks. Right now, I'm not seeing any crazy rips or runs. So I'm going to do my best. I cannot promise, guys. but I'm going to do my best for every single person who just signed up to the prop firm to get themselves up, $100,000. So again, that's what I'm going to try to do right now. So let's get ready to rock. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to get after it. Again, that is over here, over on One Stop Prop, if you guys want to join it. So you're all good. Jamiko, does Trade Ideas have a dark mode? Yes, they do. So I don't use it, but there is somewhere around it. Let's go. Oh, dark theme. So they do have a dark theme. I personally have just always used the white theme, but there is a dark theme, as you can see. Little heads on up. Again, tomorrow, Trade Ideas will be joining us on the live stream. So tomorrow's going to be a fun day. We will be having, again, one of the Trade Ideas team members join us on the live stream. Trade together, have some fun together. So that's going to be at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Now, I will also say Trade Ideas is going to also give you guys some cool gifts. So tomorrow, we're going to be having some gifts. We're going to be having some giveaways, and Trade Ideas is going to be on the live stream with us. Trade Ideas is all the charting that you guys see right here. It's all the charts, the top gainers, the pre-market movers. Also, I'm going to switch out my scanners right now. It's also all of this. So everything that's about to come up here in a second, this right here, right there, this is all Trade Ideas. So this is all Trade Ideas. Remember, guys, just little heads on up. If you guys do want Trade Ideas for 15% off, you guys can click the link in the description below or put the word Dekmar, and you guys will get 15% off. I will send you all of my scanner settings. So all these scanner settings, you will not get them by default. Sign up to Trade Ideas with the code word Dekmar or use the link, and I will send you my scanner settings. If you do not use the word Dekmar or do not use my link, I am not sending you my scanner settings. Do me a favor, I will do you a favor. Traders, let's get ready for this day. 9:21 in the market here, people. 9:21 in the market. Very big, very exciting day. Looking forward to this. And again, for anyone that's just joining us, we are already up $1,293. Guys, I will let you guys know right now, we are only, I think, I don't know the exact amount, so please don't, again, hold me on this. But I want to say $600 away now to passing the $15,000 mark. Guys, I would love that. We are coming on down to the end of January. We're going to be coming up towards around $15,000 in January. Hey, I'll take that every single month, kicking things on off. Kicking off again 2026, $15,000 a month, times that by 12. We're going to run $180,000 a year. I love the calculator game. The calculator game always gets me fired up. Lets me know I'm doing well. Lets me know I'm on track. Keeps me, again, aware of all right, you're doing everything you need to do. You're doing perfect. So 8 minutes until this market opens on up here, traders. Remember, we are looking for, again, that hype and volume. Now, what did HIND do, guys? Look at HIND. The stock that I shorted this morning to make my profit, it has given back everything. Traders, if you have watched the stream for, I'm going to say, more than 5 days in a row, can you not blatantly see that every single day is the same thing? It's not difficult. Guys, I've been a full-time stock trader for the last, I want to say, 8 years of my life. I've been stock trading now for over 10, but I wasn't a full-time stock trader for the first 2 years. So I'm going to say 8 years I've been full-time stock trading. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed since the very beginning of the last decade. Every morning, news comes out, stock spikes, gets overextended, stock falls. You either buy in with hot news, you avoid chasing the top, you short it at the top, you make money as it falls back on down. You can either be a person that jumps in first, or you could be a person that, again, shorts it at the very top. Right? That's what it is. For the last 10 years, nothing has changed. Sure, we do go through different trends. We might have all of a sudden electric vehicles are hot, or GameStop are hot, or meme stock is hot, or crypto's hot. But it's still the same exact concept every day. Nothing changed. And nothing ever will change. Press releases come out, people buy the plays, it goes on massive spikes. Stocks get overextended, people take profits, stock dumps on down. It's the same thing every single freaking day. Please get it through your head. So you have to be willing to make that change. People want crazy results and don't ever change. It is the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing every day and expecting a different result. Hey, I want to have a six-pack. I don't have a six-pack right now. Okay, well, let's get a six-pack. Okay, but let's keep doing the same thing every day. Well, I eat donuts, I eat ice cream, I eat a whole bunch of candy, and I, again, don't work out. Well, why don't I have a six-pack? You do the same thing. You can't expect a different result. If you are not successful in the stock market, you have been trading for 6 months, you've been trading for a year, you have been trading for 4 years, and you still are not making money in the stock market, get outside your comfort zone right now. Change what you're doing. Stop doing the same thing that you're losing on over and over and over and over again. I see people all the time. I start going over reversals and support and resistance, and people say, oh, I don't want to go over the basics. I say, okay, how long have you been trading for? They say 4 years. I say, how much money have you made? They say, well, I've never made money. Okay, we're going back to the basics. You know nothing. If you cannot make money in the stock market, we are going back to zero with you, right? That means you know absolutely nothing in my eyes. You know nothing. So again, I need to make sure you guys are all set, ready to go at all times. 9:25, let's get ready to rock. Big day ahead. Obviously, a lot of awesome opportunity across the board. Making sure that we are all set here. Let's see what we have here. Everything you need to know on Tuesday's watch list. Yesterday was another day of market-moving announcement from the White House. This time, the headline centered on rare earth stocks. Rare earth has been the hottest, kind of trend. Treasury contracts and healthcare. Shares of USA Rare Earth closed nearly 8% higher. The department issued a letter of intent saying it will provide a $1.3 billion loan. We do have an exclusive interview. The government is taking economic interest in the business, not governance. All right, so nothing too crazy. NUWE is the top gainer on the day. We're watching, again, all these top plays. We don't really have any sort of crazy hot news. It's more about waiting and watching. Traders, I am going to be focused more today, to be honest with you, to see, yes, I want to see if anything does go crazy, but I want to see if I can pass the prop firm account today. I want to see if I can pass the prop firm account. So I am going to watch to see, can we spike up near 695 and then get a put contract? If I'm wrong, I'm going to get out. So again, the goal on the prop firm, just a heads up, is we all have $100,000. We have to make $5,000 to prove we are a good trader. We have to do this over, again, 3 trading days. And then we cannot lose $10,000 in one day, and we cannot lose overall $12,000. The best way to do this is, can we nail just 1 or 2 great trades, get ourselves up towards around 5,000, and then once again we do that today, you just do small little trades over the next 2 days so you don't blow up your account. Right? That's what it is. But if we can do this, you then get funded $100,000 that you can trade. So you might be going today from only having a $200, $300 in your account to having $100,000 in your account by next week. Now, please, if you guys do not understand how prop firms work, please note that you can't just take out $100,000 and run away. Obviously, the prop firm does not allow that. They keep the $100,000. You trade it. You can only take your profits out. So you can get payouts on the profits you make. Little heads up. I will also, again, say this just so it's clear and straight on up. I do not have any ownership whatsoever in One Stop Prop. I do not have any affiliation other than the fact that, again, I work with them as in being able to use them on stream, but I do not have any ownership in that company. I do not have any sort of profit from, again, you guys signing up to that in any sort of way. The reason why I do enjoy One Stop Prop is because it's very tough, I feel like, to be able to find a prop firm that isn't, let's say, scammy. You know what I mean? I feel like that's happened a lot where, again, people have tried prop firms that are very scammy or very bad. This is just one that whenever I ask them, hey, this is a concern, they've always given us an answer. Hey, can people get payouts? Yes, here's payouts. I've gotten a payout before. So the thing is, I do want you guys to realize, are there better prop firms out there? I do not know. I am telling you, though, I found one that is good and credible that I know actually has payouts and it has, again, helped us out, being able to help traders out here. So that's why I do use it. Little heads up. But let's see what we are going to be getting here next. Guys, market opens up here in 1 minute. I'm going to be going over S&P 500. I do want to see if the S&P 500 can spike on up towards 695. That's where I do think we could look for a little bit of an entry and could be pretty solid for us. So I'm actually just typing on out here, just a little heads up for everyone. US 500. I would click the sell button and trying to get in. If we can spike on up towards around that, pre-market high is my goal. Reese tried Trade a Pula try. They allow shorting with small caps. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing. Cobra Kai, they need to offer pre-market trading. Absolutely. Again, guys, as I said, unfortunately, I don't have any control over on One Stop in any way. Again, it's like when people are like, hey, Dek, can you program this on trade ideas? I don't have any, again, control over on that. So, again, I enjoy these companies, but any suggestions you guys have, I'm sure they would love it if you guys hit up, customer support and let them know. So, guys, let's see if the S&P 500 can rally up towards like 694, like 75, 694.80, get a little bit of a pop, and then we can reverse on down. Now, we are going to be watching also, any penny stock movement. But I'm not going to force right now because, again, I am up pretty good. I've already hit my target on the day. But if there's a great trade to be made on the penny stock world, let's go after it. Guys, market's now live. Market's good. So market's live. Let's see. Let's get ready for some fun today. Let's get ready for a little action. Let's get ready for a little fun. Let's get ready for a little momentum. PHGE getting a little bit of hype. That stock kind of gave back so much, though. If PHG does spike, it could go up towards around $8, 200-day moving average. S&P 500, I am looking to short this play if it can ever spike up towards around 695 over on One Stop Prop, trying to pass the prop firm challenge. So again, a little challenge today, guys. A little challenge. Can we be able to pass a prop firm challenge live on stream? I paid $300 to set myself up to try to get funded $100,000 plus. So it's not like I'm just going to YOLO this trade and hope for the best. I'm trying to do this right. I'm trying to, again, short at resistance where we have good opportunity to be able to fade and fall at the record highs. That's what I'm looking for. No reason for us to get involved right now. We can wait. We can stay smart. We can do things right together. Now, also with that being stated, there's no crazy penny stock just ripping right now. XTKG does have, the wedge setups. NUWE, that one again cracked on down. PHGE, that one spiked, dumped, does have room to run on up towards around the $8 mark. That's going to be a great target. IVF, a little bit of a bull flag pattern. So IVF does have a little bit of a bull flag setup. I want to make sure that you guys are all good here. IVF, little bull flag setup. Want to see if that could squeeze here. We also do have S&P 500. Still watching to see if we can pop up to that red line. Guys, we're good. Everyone put your hands back right now. Get some margaritas in here. Let's have some fun. What's today? What is today? Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? I think it is Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. Okay. I didn't know what it was, guys. Remember, we do have a massive week coming on up. Tomorrow, we do have interest rates. Interest rates are going to be a big thing. Then on top of that here, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be having earnings reports. Earnings reports right around the corner. We do have Apple's earnings, Google's earnings, Meta's earnings. We do have Microsoft earnings. Those are all tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a massive day of earnings for anyone who does not know. Let's go back really quickly here, traders. Go back to tomorrow or yesterday. Yesterday, Fox Runner did go over all the big earnings that I want you guys to be aware of. And that is right here. Everyone take a look at this. Tomorrow, you do have Microsoft earnings after the market closes. Tesla earnings after the stock market closes. Meta earnings after the stock market closes. You also have ASML before the stock market opens. Then on Thursday, you do have Apple after the stock market closes. You do have Visa after the stock market closes. You do have SanDisk, which is SNDK, the #1 top gainer of 2026 and the #1 top gainer of 2025. The stock that is sitting at the price of $500 right now. That one has earnings, as you guys know. So SNDK, the $500 toucher. And traders, I will let you guys know right now, I am so tempted to short SNDK at $500. Just like I've showed you guys in the past, when Tesla comes up towards $500, you hit 500, you get rejected back to 400, right? Take a look. Tesla, you come up to 500, you get rejected at 200. Take a look at MSTR. We broke 500 for a second, we're down towards 160. Traders, take a look at gold. Gold is coming up to 500. If gold gets up to 500, that's going to be the top of gold, I believe. Right? Silver came up to 100. That could easily be the top of silver. So the thing is, we are about to hit some major resistance lines with gold, with silver, with SNDK. Like, these are areas that I just want you guys to all be fully aware of and set on coming up in the future. Are we not worried about NIVF? NIVF just doesn't have any volume. So again, like NIVF, do I care about this play right now? To be frank with you, no. NIVF, there's no volume, there's no hype. You know, people sometimes, again, people always ask me, they say, Dek, why are you not looking at this stock? It has positive news. If there's no volume, it doesn't matter. I don't care what the best press release in the world is if there's no news on it. The only reason I like news is news equals volume, equals attention, equals movement. If a stock comes out with hot news and it doesn't move, it's dead to me. Again, I don't play favorites. I don't fall in love with, let's say, stock XYZ or NIVF, and I say, this is the one I'm playing today. I play at whatever stock is hot, whatever stock is moving on up. I don't have a favorite play. I have long-term investments that I definitely root for, but it's not like I wake up every day and I say, XTKG, I'm playing that one, or IVF, I'm playing that one, or LNKS. I play whatever is moving. Guys, S&P 500, we're still waiting for a pop-up to 695. Guys, S&P 500, little pullback. We are sitting right next to record highs. The S&P 500 hasn't really gone crazy, though, just yet. Let's remember that. So far, we take a look at that monthly chart. You know, we're not running up towards like 715 yet or anything like that. I do think we are going to go on that $700 rip. Now, traders, when would be a great chance that we start going on that $700 rip? That great chance of spiking above 700 is probably going to be on Wednesday, on Thursday, after Microsoft has good earnings, after Tesla has good earnings, after Google has good earnings, maybe on Thursday after Apple comes out with good earnings. If we have good earnings, good earnings, good earnings, good earnings, what do you guys think is going to happen? Well, we're probably going to see that $700 pop and rip and run. I'm highly advising every single trader to be aware that holding plays overnight over the next 48 hours is going to be a very risky thing, both on the long and short side. And that's because earnings season is here. Earnings season is here, guys. You got to be careful. No entry for ourselves right now in the S&P 500 just yet. Can you do, again, pre-market with prop firms? You can do all the futures. You cannot do stocks. You can do crypto. So again, like over on One Stop Prop, they do have crypto. You can trade that 24/7. They have futures. You can trade that 24/7. You cannot do stocks. So you can do pre-market. You just can't do pre-market stocks. You can do pre-market futures or pre-market crypto. So you can trade like the US 500 in pre-market because that's the futures of the S&P 500. But right now, the S&P 500 is still falling and fading. Nothing we need just yet here, guys. Nothing we need just yet. PHGE. Let's get ready to go. Guys, I will always say I appreciate every single person here that's watching us and joining us every single day. And guys, I got to give some absolute love over towards, again, all of our members over on Tradecaster. Everyone that is over on Tradecaster that is part of our community that shows so much support and love. I appreciate every single one of you guys that are tuning in every single day. Now, obviously, guys, if you want to be able to join our community, be part of our team, come on over here right now. Sign on up to our membership. It's again, it's $80 a month, $3.99 for 6 months, $800, or again for lifetime access where you will never have to pay a fee again. We do have $3,000. If you want a lifetime membership, I'm always willing to give you guys a discount. If you want to email me right now, say, hey, Dek, can you give me 20% off over on the lifetime membership? I got you. I know it's a lot of money. I know it's a commitment, so I'm always happy to be able to give you guys a nice discount if you guys are interested. But if you guys are watching, you guys want to be able to watch the live stream every single day, have access to the video library, listen, study, learn, become a better trader, sign on up on a free 7-day pass right now over on Tradecaster.com. Get yourself prepared, and let's get ready to go. Dek, what's the profit split for One Stop Prop? I do not know the exact amount. I think it's like 80-20. If anyone wants to correct me, please do. You keep 80% of the profit. They keep 20%. So you have a $100,000 account. You make $1,000. You keep $800. They keep $200. So right now, traders, I've already traded my real money account. But we are waiting to see if we get anything big. XTKG, NUWE, PHGE, ABOS, KWM. Come on now. Come on now, baby. Come on now, baby. I want to wake the people up a little bit. Come on! Everyone wake up! Everyone! Clap your hands! Put your hands together, everybody! Wake the fuck up! Wake up! Let's trade! It's a big day! Get some Honey Nut Cheerios in your bowl! Let's get ready to become champions! All right, traders. Right now, GITS, a little bit of action. I see a little bit of GITS action. I see a little bit of GITS hype. I see a little bit of GITS momentum at this time. See if GITS can start kind of coming on through. Start getting a little bit of hype over on GITS. And GITS, did that one just get halted? I believe GITS has just gotten halted. Also, the S&P 500 is trying to squeeze on up a little bit. So S&P 500 maybe getting up towards around that 695 area. RDW also just hit a brand new high of the day. S&P 500, if we get up towards around that 695 mark, even just right underneath it, I want to be able to look for a short. Traders, all eyes, GITS did just come out with a, or did just get halted. How high can this one spike up to? I think a great target would be somewhere up near around the 370s. GITS, let's go ahead and take a look over on this play. Are there any shares available to short? GITS, type it on out. Also, really quickly, GITS, this one gets unhalted in 3 minutes. So 2,000 shares, inquire. 2,000 shares, locate lowest. Cancel. Dang it. These are a little expensive, guys. GITS is $170 for shares to short. I don't like spending that much money on shorts. I usually like to try my best to keep it under 100. I do think GITS could possibly open, though, and squeeze up towards around that 375 mark. Whenever shares are a little expensive, we can also look for possible dip buy opportunities. Where would a dip buy opportunity be? Well, again, most likely the best dip buy is going to be right around that 237 area, which is going to be the last lower shadow on the daily chart. You guys can also, again, see this if you guys go back over towards maybe like a 15-minute time frame. GITS, take a look. You have a lot of support right around 240, but we do have this area right around 270. I mean, you're probably going to have a little pullback towards like somewhere right around 250, 240. I like the 250, 240 mark for a little dip. So, I mean, it's a little risky. It's a little risky to look for that kind of a quick dip buy, but I do like it if we want to surround like 240. A little above 240, a little underneath 240. Now, first things first, does GITS have any sort of news that may be coming on out? If GITS has credibility, it would definitely help. I'm seeing a press release yesterday, right? Talks about, again, a press release yesterday on GITS. I would say stay small on this. Let's go over to GITS here, guys. Maybe we look for a dip buy. Let's go 250 shares. Limit order. I'm just going to play conservative. 231 buy. 236 buy. 239 buy. 244 buy. 248 buy. I'm gonna do orders kind of all around the 230s, 240s. If GITS does open on up, get a quick little pullback, and then maybe we can bounce back up to 275. The goal on this trade would be try to make another, $200. $200 trade on this is kind of what we're looking at. Cloud, for whoever asked, the one-stop profit is split is 85% for instant access, where there's no challenge, 90% for a two-step. So you get 90% of the profits you make, they say, over on one-stop prop. So can anyone 100% confirm that? You get 90% what you make on one-stop prop. That's what it says. All right, guys, GITS, I'm not going to short this play just because shorts are a little too expensive. I will look for a dip buy if this play comes on down towards the price of the 230s. 230s to 240s, that would be a quick little dip. The goal would be try to make about $200, $300 as it goes from 230, 240 back up to 260, 270. So basically, get filled with about 1,000 shares, go on about a 20-cent, 30-cent bounce play, make an additional $300 would be the goal. Okay? Guys, let's see. Opening up in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. See if we get filled. Dang it. All right, guys. We got another 5-minute hold. Go back to the S&P 500 here. S&P 500. Let's go back over here, guys. S&P 500. Let's see if this stock is going to be able to get any sort of ripping and running and spiking and climbing. Again, we still want to look for the shorts up near around that 695 area. 695 is still a great target for us. The last 2 days, we've had great volume in pre-market. Like the last 2 days, guys, we've seen some awesome spikes. Like HIND, this was an incredible spike. $3 all the way up to $7.50. If you had a $3,000 account, you could have been able to make a $3,500 profit, right? Pre-market is the best time to trade. There is no better time to trade than pre-market. Well, what about when the stock market opens? Guys, it's hotter during pre-market when there are no halts, when stocks can't slow down, when momentum and volatility push them up towards new crazy highs. Pre-market is when hot news comes on out. It's the first chance people can get involved in plays. If you are waking up right now every single day at the time of 9:30 thinking you're in first, you're late. People start buying HIND at 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning, spikes up towards $7, crashes on down. Every single person here can trade in pre-market. Every single person. If you guys are not trading in pre-market, you are missing out. Go over towards, again, lessons. Type in on YouTube right now, Sean Dekmar pre-market. And you guys will be able to see right here how to trade in pre-market, everything you need to know. How to trade in pre-market, easy answer to successful trading. And again, I even do a live trade right here for you guys to see. So if you do not know how to trade in pre-market, make sure you guys go ahead and see that. To Raymond, do you only have 3 days to pass the test on one-stop prop? No, you have to trade for at least 3 days. So basically, you have to have a trade every day for at least 3 days. You can't just do one trade and pass. You have to, again, do it. But an easy cheat code around it is just do this. Easy cheat code around that would just be, there's actually 2 main cheat codes that you guys can do. Do you guys want me to tell you? Should I spoil it? There's an easy way to always get funded on a prop firm. I don't know if I should say it because it kind of makes prop firms possibly go out of business. But it's a pretty simple thing. This is what you guys can do. I'll say it. But again, don't. It's pretty simple. It's not anything that's that crazy, to be honest. But it does cost a little bit of money. Okay? This is the easiest way to always pass a prop firm. Okay? The easiest thing that you can always do is, number one, you could say, hey, you know what? I just purchased a $300 account, right? What I could do at this time, if I want to, is go ahead and do US 500 and have 3 shares and click buy. Now, what else could I do? I could go back over towards One Stop Prop. I could go and do the same exact thing, get 100,000, get funded now. I could spend that additional, again, $379, make sure everything's checked on off. And now I go over towards US 500 and I click short. So yes, I did spend about $600. But the thing is, one of the trades is guaranteed to win. One account you are sacrificing. You are sacrificing $300. You are going to lose that $300 on one account. But the other account is going to pass. So basically, what you can do, if you would like to, there's people, and I know people that signed up to a prop firm account. They spend $300, they lose it. So they spend another $300 and they don't pass the test. And they spend another $300 and they don't pass the test. And spend another $300 and don't pass the test. And basically, they're just giving the prop firms all this money over and over and over and over and over again. If you do not think that you are going to be successful and you just want to get funded right away, you can say to yourself, you know what? Let me again just put a little extra funds in it. Let me get 2 accounts. One account, I pick the US 500, I short. The other account, I pick the US 500, I click buy. You click buy and sell at the same exact time on both accounts. You let one win, you let the other one lose, you are going to get passed. You're going to win. You know what I mean? Like it's going to happen. So that's one way that you can kind of cheat the system. Obviously, you are sacrificing $300, but the thing is, you're going to win most likely. 99%. There might be some weird flaw, I don't know. But I'm saying again, you have a great chance of coming out on top then. But that's like the little cheat code that a lot of people do so that they don't always just get stuck in the challenge phase. Does that make sense, everyone? So some people like to do that. That's up to you if you want to. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just telling you what other people do that always can at least guarantee that you get funded. And then once you get funded, you can do whatever you want. Guys, little heads on up. We do have, again, the S&P 500 coming up towards around that 695 area. Pre-market high is 695.09. That's the pre-market high area. Let's see how high this is going to start squeezing and spiking up towards. 695, going to be some strong resistance. 695, guys. I'm going to enter my puts right here, or my shorts. So I'm entering my shorts. I am in right now, traders. Just little heads on up. With, again, my trade, I am going against the S&P 500 on the U.S. futures with, again, 3 contracts, which is a very big order on US 500. So again, you basically, I don't ever want to allow a trade to kind of get out of hand, but I do expect that we're going to turn and get a reversal right around this red line. And the reason why I think we're going to turn and get a reversal right around this red line is just because it is the pre-market highs. Pre-market high right here. Right here, notice how we do have a little upper shadow right here. Let's see if we can turn and drop around this mark. Now, guys, if we start going crazy, we start squeezing and breaking on out, I am probably going to have a stop loss right around, I would say 695. I would say 695.30. I might add a little bit more. And then if we start breaking like 695.40, you just got to get out. Like, the thing is, I like doing big trades to try to look for those reversals. But at the same time, if you're wrong, you don't want to blow up the $300 and lose it. So I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Remember, guys, I'm not trying to do anything wild. My whole entire thought process on this trade is let's look at past chart history pattern. Past chart history pattern does show that the stock, or again, the S&P 500, tends to have weakness here. Tends to have weakness here. Is looking for, again, weakness here. I'm hoping that we do see some sort of red candle and drop back on down towards here. That's all I'm looking for. Okay? Now, if we start breaking and start going a little bit higher, we do need to be careful on that. Little heads on up. But you guys can see I am in on this trade right here. I'm currently down $390. As again, the S&P 500 is trying to squeeze on up a little bit. Prop firm is starting to go on up here a little bit higher. Got to be careful on this play because I don't want it to go too much, crazier and get stuck. I will again add at 695.40, and then that's going to be my last ad. If I, that's my last ad before I wait for that possible pullback back underneath 695. Okay. So I am going to still be watching this one. Now, what's the biggest fear? The biggest fear is that we do run all the way on up towards a brand new record high. The biggest fear is that we do run on up towards 697 today, 698 today. The biggest fear is that we do go crazy all the way up towards, again, new pops, new highs, new climbs, new this, new that. But we can also take a look at the daily chart here. The daily chart shows that we have been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, all in this vicinity. All in the 695 region, we've been rejected 5 times in a row. That's why I'm looking for it around this area. So can we get a nice red candle? Can we see a nice reversal? Can we see a nice fade? Can we see a nice crack back underneath 695? If this thing keeps going on up, again, it's just not worth it. Cut out, move on. Remember, guys, you do have a lot of opportunity. The max loss is $12,000. That's the max loss we have. Right now, the markets, though, are still looking good. So, again, if you do not feel comfortable and you just kind of want to break even on this trade, say, you know what, I just want to start fresh, you can always, again, try to do that as well. So right now, 695 is still holding on up as a little bit of support. I am in on this trade. Again, the goal is to try to get a $5,000 profit. All it takes is one good sense of direction. All it takes is one good sense of trading. All it takes is one good, again, opportunity. Let's also throw on the VWAP indicator here. VWAP indicator, we can add it. VWAP indicator is all the way back on down to 694.30. Market's still looking pretty strong here, team. Still looking pretty good. Guys, I'm going to add my last little bit here. I'm going to add the last little bit here to see if we can get that reversal. I'm adding last little bit, but having my finger on the trigger if I need to get out. Okay? I want to see, are we going to reverse as we come on up here in the near future? So we just had green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle. We have a high of the day of 694.47. Do want to see, are we going to get our red candle? And if we keep going green, I'm just getting out. Closing it, moving on. Getting ourselves, again, pumped for the future, trying to find a better play. And again, this is, again, a prop challenge. This is not real money. Do not think I'm actually down $1,100 or $1,200. This is me, again, just going after a prop challenge and trying to win. So again, you do get a little bit more crazy with prop challenges, knowing that it's not real funds. You do get a little bit more crazy with prop challenges. You do, again, kind of are willing to take a little bit more risk with prop firm challenges, realizing that you're not really risking real money. The only thing you're risking is your fee that you paid. And again, let's say hypothetically I lose this challenge, which I definitely can. That's why some people always just buy both challenges and say, oh, let me go long on one, let me short the other. Right now, it's still slowly grinding. I want to see that red candle. Give me that reversal next to 695 here. My biggest fear is that we're going to go all the way up towards 696 or so. I might be getting out of this here, team, soon. You always got to admit when you're wrong. If this does not get that, if this does not give me that red candle and reversal back down to 695, got to admit I'm wrong. And I don't mind admitting I'm wrong every now and then. So I'm watching this play, seeing if we are going to get that nice red candle. We've gone all the way from 693.50 right on up to 695.50. And I just want to see, can we get that red candle back down to 695, get ourselves up in the green? We do know we are sitting right next to such strong resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. There's just still a little bit more room we could go up to. Remember, the 52-week high, the record high, is 696.09. 696.09. So we are only about 75 cents away from the brand new record high. But that's also why I do think we could get a reversal. Because the last 5 times we were in this vicinity, we did get a reversal near the 52-week high. GITS. Is that one live yet? Guys, GITS, what's going on with this play? GITS. Yeah, that one halted on up again. So guys, I obviously never got filled on my dip buy on GITS. GITS, I never got filled on my dip buy. I'm going to cancel GITS right now so I can just focus on the S&P 500. Let's see if we can get that reversal here coming on up over on the S&P 500. Small little flag forming, looking for that drop on down, sub 695, giving it some time, giving it some weakness, trying to get ourselves into the green. Now, I know a lot of times, guys, and I don't know if it's with futures or if it's just with one-stop prop or if it's with whatever, but I feel like a lot of times when I enter, I'm automatically in the red. Like, it takes a little time for me to get into the green, even when, again, like, stocks move in the right, time frame. Does anyone else feel like that? Does anyone else feel like, again, whenever they jump into a play, it's like they feel like they're automatically in the red more than what they should be? And it, like, the stock has to go lower than what you expect for you to actually get back into the green. So it takes sometimes a little bit more to actually, like, get back into the green. Let's see if we can crack 695, start fading back on down to the VWAP. We had that initial spike, which is great. But now we're looking for that dump on down towards, like, sub 695. Sub 695, get ourselves, again, back into the green. Probably sub 695 is where we profit. So basically, our profit area is going to be 695, which is going to be tough because that is going to try to hold us support for a little bit. Okay? So, like, that's our support line, 695. We have to go underneath it to profit. Now, again, what's the good news? The good news is the S&P 500, as we said, every time for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, it's gone at around 695.50. We've reversed, we reversed, we reversed, we reversed. Now, we did just have about 5 to 6 super strong green days in a row trying to get back up to 696. Is this momentum going to keep pushing us on up? Or are we going to have one little pullback day before, again, another rip and run? So we are right next to record highs. It's tough. And to be frank with you, I don't know. I don't know if we are going to be able to squeeze and spike up above 696, or if we are going to be able to get to that, or if we're going to have a reversal day, as we've had 5 reversal days at these areas. But I do like our entry. I do like the entry at around 695.10, 695.50, 695.20. Like, I do think we have a good overall opportunity to profit here. And it's just about getting ourselves in that green. Like, if we can have that red candle today, if we do hold on up right around 695.48 and we do start fading from here, like, we're going to make a lot of money on the prop firm. We're going to make a lot of, again, cash, which is going to be great. But remember, we got to get back underneath 695. If we fall underneath 695 and starts holding up as resistance again, then, like, that's the dream spot. That's the perfect deal. So I am watching the level 2. I'm correlating that to the chart and then correlating it to my profit down here. So let's see if we can crack that 695 mark. Maybe start working our way back on down towards the VWAP. But 695 is going to be strong. And I will say again, pre-market high is right next to 695, which is also going to be pretty strong. It's going to take probably, I'm going to be honest with you, maybe 30 minutes to crack 695 if it's going to. So it might take some time. And if you are not comfortable, just get out of this play.
Agreement.
I did just hear an agreement press release just come on out. Agreement. I also just got a phone alert. I did just get a phone alert talking about agreement over on LTRX and SPAI. SPAI. LTRX. Okay, nothing going on right now. S&P 500 just had a little attempt back to spike up towards the highs. I don't mind this right now. I don't see any penny stocks going crazy. I don't see any penny stock crazy hyper momentum right now. We will keep our eyes peeled over on GITS, but I like what we got right now over on the S&P 500. We know that our stop loss is essentially if a new high comes. Like, to be frank with you guys, that's what I'm looking for. If a new high comes, I'm out. And yes, it might hit 695.50 and then dump on down, but I'm just not going to risk it. If a new high comes, I am going to close this on out and I'm going to be done with it. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'll try again in the future. But you know what? I don't want to hold and hope. That's the worst thing you can do. Notice what we do have right now, though. We do have great entries. 695.50, fall. 695.50, fall. 695.50, fall. If you break through 695.50, there's a great chance that we do run all the way up towards those record highs. And it's not worth holding. So let's see if we can just have that dump. Let's see if our life can be easy here, where we do have 695.50 fall, 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 fall. And again, we eventually fade back on down towards the VWAP. Can we get that crack? Put ourselves in the green, make about $1,000, $2,000, and again, work ourselves towards that $5,000 target. Tomorrow, we'll be having full trade idea tutorials. So for every single person tomorrow, we will be having trade ideas joining us on the live stream, giving tutorials, helping you set your trade ideas up, giving you guys discounts and giving away some free gifts. We're also going to be doing some live trading. So again, tomorrow is going to be absolutely fantastic. Live trades, tutorials, discounts with the trade ideas team tomorrow. So that's going to be awesome. We're going to be jumping on the mic with them at 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow with trade ideas. Fox J saying, hey, Deck, why didn't you short HIND for a longer profit? You could have made more. So again, HIND, I made $1,200 over on this play. And I get it. I do. I'm not mad at you for asking this question. But saying, why didn't you hold it longer? And I just have it's kind of rude. Okay, so brace yourself. I am not a fortune teller. I have no idea what HIND is going to do. I get questions like this all the time. And people are like, why didn't you hold HIND longer? You could have made more money. Okay. Why didn't you buy Rocket Lab, back in 2024? Oh, well, I didn't know. Exactly. I have no idea. Why didn't you buy the correct Powerball tickets? Why didn't you do that? Because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. The thing is, it's either people say this, HIND, I short right here, let's say at $7, and the stock comes on down to $6 and I get out. And if it keeps on falling, people always say, why didn't you hold longer? If I hold it and it bounces on up, people say, why didn't you get out? No matter what I do, if I, again, hold it longer and it bounces, people say, why didn't you get on out? If it falls on down and I got out, people say, why didn't you hold it longer? There's no happy answer, okay? The thing is, my most blunt answer I can give you is I traded for, again, 3 minutes and I made $1,300. I had a 3-minute trade. I made $1,300. I'm just willing to walk away with that. That's it. So again, I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't mean to make you feel bad, but I just have no idea what's going to happen in the future. It could easily bounce back on up. It could easily spike. It could easily climb. It could easily rip. It could easily get halted again. It could easily squeeze. It could easily run all the way up towards the record highs. I do not know. So when I'm up $1,300, I'm just saying to myself, you know what? I'm going to take my gains. I'm going to take my profits. I'm going to enjoy this. That's all I was doing. So I know with every single play we do, with every single stock, with every single trade, with every single opportunity, there's always, why didn't you hold longer? Why didn't you do this? It's just, I don't know what the future is honestly going to bring us, right? Guys, there's the S&P 500 drop. Guys, take a look. S&P 500 pullback. Who here is profiting off of this? So there's the S&P 500 drop. There's the S&P 500 pullback. Woo! Woo! Guys, S&P 500, $1,500 right here. Watch our little dip buy and bounce play off the VWAP, though. Little dip buy and VWAP off the bounce play. You guys can take $1,200 on the prop firm right now if you guys want to, or you guys can keep on holding and seeing if this thing is going to dump all the way back on down to $694. So if you guys, again, want to take your profits right now and be able to say, hey, great start, prop firm, up $1,000. That's a great start. If you think we're going to crack the VWAP and keep going lower, there you go. So right now, you guys are good. Deck, do you realize you're on the 1 hour chart? I'm not looking at the one stop prop chart at all. I don't use the one stop prop charts at all. I'm looking at the trade idea chart. So again, don't look at this chart. I really don't care about this chart in any sort of way. I'm looking at, my charts. I'm looking at my level too. S&P 500 though, starting to fade and fall. GITS is still hitting new highs, guys. Guys, little heads on up. GITS is still going bananas. Still going bananas. Little heads on up, guys. So right now, GITS traders, GITS is still going crazy. Now, I don't even think the stock has any sort of news. Does GITS have any sort of news whatsoever? Guys, GITS is still going crazy. It's about to get halted again. Just a little heads on up. GITS is about to get halted again. I'm going to let the S&P 500 rock out for a little bit. Congrats if you guys, again, just locking in some profits over on GITS. Guys, GITS, this one is continuously We are up 200% on this play over on GITS. This stock, I don't see any sort of news at all. Do you guys? I see no news. I see no I see nothing over on this play here. So GITS, look at this play. Look at this hero. Look at this random spiker, guys. $2 up to $5.71. So right here, a lot of action, a lot of hype, a lot of traders, again, focused over on these plays, wanting to see where, again, the buying volume is going to take us. How high can this one go up to, guys? I'm just kind of bouncing around right now. I just want to even see, like... There was news yesterday. I just want to do some research real quick to see, like, what we have on this day. Over on GITS. You know, it's tough for me to give a target. You know, if I had to honestly give a realistic target, I have to just kind of say like 875 region. If I had to give, you know, a target, I would have to say 875 region at this time. Traders, the S&P 500 is trying to get itself back on up. I am still in on that trade, little heads on up. I am going to get out of that trade right now. It looks like the fact that it went all the way down to the VWAP and got back up towards the highs is showing some strength. I am actually going to get out of that trade and accept that loss over on the S&P 500. I do not like the fact it cracked 695 and bounced right back up to VWAP. If you guys, again, locked in some profits, amazing job, amazing work. I'm going to turn some attention over to GITS right now because GITS is a hotter play. Again, I do not like the fact that, again, it hit the VWAP, cracked 695, and within, again, 4 minutes, it's all the way back on up. I don't like that, okay? That shows a lot of strength in my eyes. I want to focus more over on GITS right now. So right here, team, we want to see GITS, what we have next over on this play. Yeah, I know. The press release yesterday over on GITS says it announces an agreement for an animated feature theme song. A theme song. What does that even mean? Announces an agreement for a new theme song? Like a GITS theme song. Okay. That's different. That's interesting. Hey, we have our own theme song. GITS. We have our own theme song here on GITS. Guys, let's see what we get in the next 14 seconds. How much are shares to short now on GITS? Let's check it on out. It's going to be expensive. I bet you it's going to be $400. Actually, let's see real quick. Inquire, it's going to be opening up though in 3 seconds. Just a little heads on up. It's $500 right now to short GITS. GITS is $500 to short it. I am not shorting this play, guys. I am not shorting GITS. It's just too expensive for me. I don't want to basically lose $500 before I even touch the play. It's just too expensive to short for me. It's too expensive to short. But let's see. Hey, can we do a possible dip buy? What do you guys think? Do you guys want to look for a dip buy instead? GITS, where would be a possible dip buy opportunity? Because this thing keeps on spiking. Guys, look at GITS is still going. GITS is still ripping. GITS is still going. GITS is still climbing. We're now up 250%. Are we going to get halted on the upside? Guys, it's 250% about to be halted again. Oh my goodness. We are still not... We are still not halted just yet, but we're close. 730 is the next halt area. 730 is the next halt area. Just a little heads on up here. This is the GITS instrumental, guys. I just typed it on in. GITS instrumental. Woo! No wonder why the stock's doing so well. No wonder why the stock's moving on out when you got some fire like this. Right now here, traders, we are all set, ready for this again. Big day ahead. GITS with a little pullback at this time. Now, obviously, you can look for that dip buy. You can look for that bounce play. It's going to be a little tricky, though. That dip buy, that bounce play. Let's see what we get coming on up here. Let's get ready, guys. Dip buy or bounce, I would not touch this play till probably the 460s. If the next entry that you want to get is in the 460s, I would accept it. I would not look for a dip buy until 460s, okay? That would be my target if I were you. I would say like 466, dip buy. 69, dip buy. 455, dip buy. And again, we might not even get that low. Again, I like to do the extremes, guys. That's how I trade. I'm trading the extremes. Okay? I have gone over that and I've talked about that multiple times. I am not shorting this play because it's just too damn expensive. So I am not shorting this play, as you guys know, at these tops. It's just too expensive. But even if I was looking for a short, I would look at a short at a new high. And then I would have a stop loss if that ever broke above that. I'm looking for dip buys. Where am I going to look for dip buys? I'm going to look for dip buys way down here. Right? I'm going to look for dip buys way down at lows. And then guess what? I will have a stop loss if we go underneath, I would say like 420. So basically what I would be saying is, hey, if you want to get filled on this play, get filled at extremes. Get filled on an extreme low, where the stock basically is coming down so low that you have a great opportunity that the stock is going to bounce back on up. And get filled if you are going to short at extreme highs. That if you do get filled, there's a great opportunity it's going to dump back on down. So that's the way that I always like to do it. Avoid right now, guys, this area. Avoid being in the middle. If you are in the middle, guess what could happen? The stock could slightly go on up, slightly go back on down, slightly go up, slightly go down, spike on up, crash on down. We don't know what's going to happen in the middle. The middle is the garbage area. Stay away from the middle. Either get involved, as we know, at new highs where there's opportunity to crash, or get involved at new lows where there's opportunities for a dip buy. And then you can take profits in the middle. But I always like to stay away from the middle areas where it's just too difficult, where it's too tough, where we just don't know what's going to happen. Move, M-O-V-E, also trying to move on up. M-O-V-E. Guys, that's a decent play. I know, again, you know, might want to keep your eyes peeled over on Move. Did Move have any sort of news here today? M-O-V-E. It looks like it's a previous top gainer that is spiking. So Move, previous top gainer that is spiking. I do see a press release over on Move. Actually, no, I don't. I thought I saw a press release over on M-O-V-E. Not that I see at this time, but M-O-V-E is a previous top gainer 4 days ago that is starting to spike its way back on up. Remember, 4 days ago, M-O-V-E did come out with a press release that was stating that they have a partnership with NVIDIA. So Move is still one I would say keep on the back burner. Absolutely, you can get some hype. Absolutely, you can get some momentum. Absolutely, this is a play that buying volume could slowly start moving back over towards. All right, here, traders. Let's continue to keep our eyes peeled. Let's stay ready. GITS. Guys, GITS, I would still be watching for this play to be able to get some sort of dip buy and bounce. If we can ever get a nice low dip buy and bounce, we'll be all set. Also, XHLD. XHLD slowly climbing its way on up. XHLD slowly working itself on up. Nothing wrong with that. I'm still watching for a little bit of that GITS quick red candle. Guys, GITS, as I said, 460s, 450s, 440s. That's my next dip. That's my next bounce. What's the Holt area? 471. We would like to see that go a little bit lower. We'd like to see that like a 430 or something so we can get a quick red candle bounce back on up. I would like to be able to get filled. Filled over on GITS. Dip buy and bounce play. Stock ran on up over 200%. Then came now starting to come back on down. Getting a nice 40% drop and getting that dip buy and bounce play. Let's see if we can crack $5. I want to see that nice little crack. Give us that nice long lower shadow. Bounce back on up is the goal. So what I would like to see is get a nice long lower shadow over on GITS. Get filled. Bounce play back on up. Crack $5. Get a nice little dump. Crack $5. Little bit of a dump. Bounce right back on up is the goal towards like 490. Let's try to make it quick again. You know, goal is to be able to make it quick, $500 or so. 477, 476, 473. Guys, just got filled in my first little dip buy. That's what I want. Second little dip buy just got filled. Got filled a little bit right here. Small little dip buys getting filled at this moment. I will go all the way on down, as I said, towards like the 450s, that region. But I do think we could easily get a nice little dip buy back on up towards around that like 490 mark. Guys, if I can get a free $150, I'll take it. So if I get a free $150 off this dip buy, I will just take that right here on that $500 profit and just lock that in. Guys, I'm up 117, 122, taking my gains right here. All right, guys, just made a free $100. I'll take it. Just a free $100 on a crazy little dip buy play. So again, 500 shares. How much was I investing? I invested about $1,000 on that to make about a 10% return. So GITS, get filled in the 460s, bounce back on up. It's now above $5. We're getting filled after about a 40% pullback, getting some free money on this play. Not doing anything wild. We're not doing anything crazy. It's just if someone walked into your room right now and said, hey, here's $100. Would you be happy? If your wife, if your husband, if your friend randomly walked into the room right now and put $100 on your desk saying, here you go, you can have it. Would anyone here be like, yeah, that sounds great. That's exactly what we just did. Only we walked in our own room and we gave ourselves $100. And look at GITS, nice little bounce play back on up. So all we're doing on this play here, traders, is we were playing the extremes. We knew that if, again, the stock goes on a spike, again, it's always just a little heads on up. I will give you another little secret sauce, because all I do is give you guys my sauce nowadays. All right? Every day I wake up and I give you all my sauce. Right now here, traders, what do we have at this time? We do have, again, we go from $2, we spike all the way on up towards around $7.15. As we come up towards around that $7.15 area, we have now gone from $2 all the way up to $7. That's now a $5 move, right? Now, if we have a $5 move total, you guys might be understanding where I'm going with this. We have a total move right here of $5. Okay, what would be a 50% pullback? A 50% pullback of a $5 move is going to equal $2.50. So if we go on up towards, let's just say the price of $7, $2.50 is going to bring us on down towards around the price of $4.50. The majority of times, I know that you guys don't know this or may not know this, the majority of the times, the best bounce play will be somewhere between a 40 to 45% pullback from its highs. So if I see that a stock goes from $2 to $7, that's a $5 move. What is a 50% pullback? $2.50. $7, $2.50 is going to bring us back down towards the price of $4.50. I put all my entries between $4.50 and $4.70, which is going to be somewhere around a 50, 45%, and 40% pullback. That's usually the always best the area for the dip buy. Okay? I'll put a new battery in a second. Okay, I will change my camera here in a moment here, guys. But what I want you guys to understand here is that you guys have to understand that a 40 to 45% pullback is always the perfect area for these plays. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Giving you guys, again, everything you need to know. Right now, we are now up on the day. 1,300. Actually, are we up $1,400 on the day? We are up $1,395. We are up $1,395, guys. Up on the day. Awesome, awesome, awesome from everyone. So we are all good here. Deck, is everything you're saying a gamble? Guys, I can't explain this any more clearly, right? What I do in the market, what I do as trades, there is no, if you want to sit here, and again, as I already said, if you want to sit here and say, this guy's gambling, this guy, he's gambling. All right, show me the 100% trade that always is going to have success. It's not possible. It's not out there. Yes, we trade riskier plays. But you know what, guys? We are trading plays that have, again, the odds in our favor. Guess what? A casino is a gamble. Not only is a casino a gamble for the tourist, but a casino is a gamble for the casino. Someone could walk in there and, again, wipe them clean. But the odds are that's not going to happen. So, again, what do I always say? Don't be the tourist, be the house. If I'm getting a pullback, if I'm getting a dip buy after a 45% drop from its highs, guess what? There's a great chance that I'm going to be able to make money. If I lock in my profits when I have it, if a stock spikes the matter of 200% off fluff or nothing, there's a great chance it's going to come crashing back on down. I haven't been getting lucky for the last 10 years of my life and being able to become a full-time stock trader. I didn't wake up and say, oh yeah, you know what? Let me randomly buy here and I just have a little leprechaun that just helps me out with every single trade. It's the same thing every day. Every day, a stock that's underneath $20 spikes on up if it has a low float and crashes on down. Remember, what makes stocks spike, right? I will, again, do this very quickly. Everyone, if you want to, instead of me selling you a $3,000 trading course, you can just do this right here. Go over towards Screener. Screener over on finviz.com. There are 10,861 stocks in the stock market. If you want to trade the ones that are going to be the fastest, the biggest, the ones that are going to have the most volatility, go over to Float, which is on the right-hand side over here. Float, drop it on down to under 20 million. Now, we have 1,914 options. We have just eliminated nearly 80% of the stocks that we do not need. Okay, so we have about 1,914 options. Now what we're going to do is go over to Fox Runner. As we go over to Fox Runner is going to tell us every single day all the hottest stocks with news. All we're going to do is change out the float. I like to put my float from 0 to 30 million. So basically, we're getting the hottest float stocks with news. Well, what does news do? News brings in credibility. Credibility is why people buy. Credibility is why people spike it. Credibility is why these stocks rip and run. But we also know at the end of the day, guys, these are not blue chip companies. I am not sitting here saying, hey, let's go look for shorts on the S&P 500 because that would be stupid. If I say, hey, everyone, let's go ahead and short the S&P 500, that's a very bad play. If I said, hey, everyone, let's short Microsoft, that's a very bad play. Hey, everyone, let's short Tesla, that's a very bad play. But let's just look at the top gainers today. GITS here, guys. This is a new IPO stock, just came on out. Let's look at something with a little bit more history. XTKG. XTKG, over time, it falls. XHLD, over time, it falls. NUWE, over time, it falls. PHGE, over time, it falls. Stocks that have less than $20 are not good companies. Only the top 500 companies and maybe a few others are actually good companies. The majority of them fall. So if I see every day all the hottest press releases that come on out, and I only look for stocks that have the lower floats, I know that people are going to buy these plays, bum rush into them. The float is going to lead them to get an overreactive move, and then I'm going to be able to short them right back on down. So again, what's a perfect example of this? Well, news comes out at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm watching again my scanners, right? All of a sudden, let's see what happens. We were watching the news. HIND, 3-star press release, comes on out with, again, is going to be valued at $1 billion, extremely low float, 3-star press release, 8 o'clock news. Now, again, we know it's a hot play. HIND goes on a massive spike. We know, take a look over time. Over time, HIND is not a good, credible play. This is a stock that you have a better chance of making money as it falls. So guess what I do? I jump in on shorts, HIND, as it spikes up 200%, I make $1,200. Sure. Traders, if you again said, hey, Deck, buy a random play. I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to click this stock, and I'm going to click buy. You could be the worst stock trader in the world, and you have a 50-50 already. The worst stock trader in the world who knows nothing about stock trading, you already have a 50-50 chance of winning. But now, again, we're figuring out news and floats, and we're, again, watching what time press releases are coming on out. We're getting stocks that are overextended and betting they're going to fall, as they always do. Then, again, we're looking for dip buy opportunities. You're going to sit here and say that I'm randomly flipping a coin in the air and guessing what's going to happen. You're randomly saying, hey, this guy just gets lucky every single time he trades on how I was able to make $550,000, how I'm able to, again, make, $1,400 today. It's all calculated. If you can't understand it, our intelligent level is just a little too high for you. That's it. Traders, I'm giving you all this information without charging you $4,000 for a trading course. I'm giving you this information because I want you to be successful. But I'm bringing you to the lake. I'm bringing you to the ocean here. Now, again, cast out that rod and start fishing. But it takes some practice. So, again, amazing. So I'm just trying to make sure you guys are learning and growing and becoming better. But yeah, it's about seconds. It's about getting in, getting out, having confidence, making that money. So let's see what we have here next here, traders. It is currently 10:30 in the market. 10:30 in the market at this time. Let's see if there's any other big time spikes or plays. GITS, not looking for that dip buy anymore. If you guys did get a dip buy at 440, 450, 460, it's all the way back up to 560. Again, you're always looking for around those 45% dips on a lot of these plays. Sometimes they hold up and go on nice bounces. Sometimes they crash, but regardless, you usually can be able to get a nice profit out of it. No other good volume movers right now. No other good volume spikes. No other good volume plays at this time. Comedy Streak, are you out of the SPY? Yeah, I haven't been in on the SPY for like the last 30 minutes. So I got out of the SPY. It's still looking pretty strong. S&P 500, still looking pretty strong. And if it does break through that 696 mark, that's where that thing could squeeze. Silver starting to dip. Guys, you know, I went over this earlier here. But, you know, silver, SLV, this is, again, sitting right at $100. $100 is a super strong psychological number. Just like we talked about, you know, when gold comes on out to 500. Gold getting closer to 500, it's the same exact place that SNDK's at, right next to 500. It's the same exact place, again, Tesla reverses at, right next to 500. 500 is going to hit, you hit 500, you fall back down to 200. 500, you fall back down to 434. Just like, again, MicroStrategy, got a little break of 500, fell all the way down to 157. 500 is no easy task to break through. And I know it's just a number, but at the same time, it's more than that. For investors, it's a psychological number. 500 is a wall. It's where you see, again, reversing. It's where you see dropping. So right here, traders, we are doing everything. Staying as smart as we possibly can. If you guys do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. So far, 2 trades on the day, currently up again $1,400. So $1,400 profit so far. Make sure you guys are all set. Tomorrow's going to be an awesome day. We do have trade idea scanners. The team is joining us on the live stream. Going to be teaching us some awesome stuff. But here are all my live orders in and out. And again, that's been absolutely beautiful. So you like to short when stocks get up to 500? Absolutely. Again, you hit 500, you drop. It's not always guaranteed, obviously. But again, what's the best way to play it? Remember, the best way to play, as you guys know, there's nothing guaranteed in the stock market. But if you always allow yourself to have high reward and low risk, it's very hard to ever blow up an account. So for instance, a stock is coming up to the price of, let's just use hypothetically, 500. There's 500. Stock's coming on up towards it. What can you do? You start looking for shorts or put contracts. Put contract here, short here, put contract here, with an overall stop loss going across the board, let's say right above that, right there. Boom. Guys, that's pretty awesome. Now again, guess what you're doing? Stock comes up towards around the price of 500. If you hit the first little 500 and turn and fall, you get to make money. If you go a little bit above 500 and turn and fall, you make money. But again, worst case scenario, it hits this. Well, guess what? You're only risking here to here. maybe you risk $500 you can lose. But when you have all this opportunity to fall and you have, let's say, $4,000 to win, that's great, right? You're making, what, 6 times more than what you're willing to lose. I mean, guys, that's an amazing way to trade. That's an amazing way to profit, okay? So when you are having very little risk and you're having much more reward, that's a great way to trade. So for instance, if you did want to short SNDK, you say, hey, you know what? I think SNDK is going to be a great short coming up in the future. The way that I would look for this play here is we can clearly see, all right, 500 is going to be tough to be able to break above. We could easily fade and fall. Let's go back over towards, let's go back over to like a 15-minute time frame. So we take a look over on SNDK and we can start, kind of putting together a little bit more of a game plan. What would be our game plan? Well, we definitely want to spread out entries. We don't have the perfect entry. We do know 500 is right here. If we come back on up towards, let's say, the price of 490, we could start doing some smaller puts, smaller contracts. We come back up to 500. We can add to it a little bit. We come back on up towards around, let's say, the price of 505. We can get our best overall entries, maybe have a cost basis somewhere right around like 501 at this point, right? And then we have an overall stop loss above that. If this stock starts going up even higher, 515, then it's just like, hey, you know what? It's not doing what we want. But of course, I always have 2, 3, 4 entries to give myself the best overall cost basis because I don't know what is going to be the best entry. So I always try to give myself the best overall cost basis in that vicinity so that when the stock does fade and fall, we have all that room to be able to drop. Then, of course, on the other hand, I say to myself, all right, if it only spikes right here, that's where I'm only willing to lose. So the goal on every single trade, I'm willing to lose $500. I'm willing to win $5,000. Give yourself always better reward than risk. So let's see what we have. Deck, when is Cobra going to be rolling out their brand new PDT rules? They don't have the exact date yet because, again, they got to wait until the SEC comes on out and says the PDT is 100% removed. So just a little heads on up for every single person to make sure that you guys are all set here, ready to rock and roll. Now, I will say, Ryan from Cobra Trading hit me up last night and said, Sean, there's, just let your community know, there are 30 spots left. So Cobra is a premium broker. They are, again, the people that I use. I use to be able to short all these plays. If you guys want to short and you guys don't have $20,000, add your name to this list right here. There are 30 spots left. All you got to do is add your name. And once you add your name, once the PDT rule drops, they are taking the first 500 accounts and giving them access. But they want to stay a premium broker, 20,000 plus, right? So they are opening it up to a small amount of people who add their name to the list so that when the PDT rule does drop, you will be able to trade non-stop shorts with a small account. So add your name to the list. There is only 30 spots left to that list. So if you have not added your name and email, you're pushing it. You're pushing it kind of crazy. But I appreciate every single person being here right now. I appreciate every single person, again, on top of this, ready to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely love working with you guys. GITS, there's a big pullback. Again, a little bit of that fade here. But no more trades for myself. Traders, I think I'm good with a 1,300